Last year, the Canada Cup final featured two of the world's best, and boy, did they put on a show. Final stone coming up for Kevin Martin. John Morris calling line, got to jump it over and be shot. Oh, goodness! Final stone of a 7-7 tie. Come off of one for $25,000. Glenn Howard. Now Kevin Martin and Glenn Howard meet again. It's round 2 here at the Canada Cup. It's only been a short stay here in Cranbrook, couple of days in the East Kootenays, but you want to come back, spend a little more time here in the Valley of 1,000 Peaks as we welcome you to the men's final of the Canada Cup of Curling. Kevin Martin and Glenn Howard making their way onto the ice. There's the gold medal winner from Vancouver, John Morris. Kevin Martin followed by Glenn Howard, Canadian and world champion, set to do battle for the $26,000 that goes to the winner, of course, but as well that spot in the curling trials 2 years from now in Winnipeg that'll determine who will wear the maple leaf again when the Olympics are in Sochi, Russia in 2014. Hello, Canada, and welcome back to our final broadcast from here in Cranbrook. Congratulations to Jennifer Jones. If you weren't with us earlier today, she was the winner over Chelsea Carey, and so she picks up that first women's spot at the 8-team trials in 2 years' time. Now, 7 of the best men's teams began play here in Cranbrook. That was last Wednesday. And when the round robin was over, Kevin Martin was absolutely perfect, winning all 6 games, leaving Glenn Howard and Jeff Stoughton tied for the final playoff spots in a field that including a Canadian champion in Kevin Cooey and Mike McEwen, who is the leading money winner on the tour at this very moment. Yesterday's semifinal then featured Howard and Stoughton because Martin got the automatic bye to the final, and it was Glenn Howard at his very best. He curled 100%, and in the 7th, this led to a score of 3, and then he won it outright in 9, scoring 2 more as Howard eliminated Jeff Stoughton, make the final 9-5. And so now Howard, who is the defending Canada Cup champion, moves on to play Kevin Martin. Linda and Russ alongside. What I admire about both these skips, both these teams, but the skips in particular, when you look at somebody like Glenn Howard, the desire that he still has to play.
Well, I think it's his attitude. I think, you know, he's lost to the Canadian Championship, I don't know how many times, way too many times. But second in Canada is not that bad. It's all how you look at it. And the glass is half full with Glenn. He's won a few things along the way, too. 3 world championships, a boatload of money. And it's the camaraderie with the guys and those paychecks at the end that really help.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt. But remember this event, again, the determination of this Howard team. They were 2-2. They had to struggle to make the playoffs. To do it, they had to beat the last 2 world champs. And as you say, to make this game, they had to curl 100% if you're Glenn Howard.
Now, if you're Kevin Martin, look at, I'm still got the shine of the Vancouver gold, but he wants another one. Is he being greedy?
Well, he's adding to his legacy for sure. He's had such a great career, starting in juniors in his Brier win in '91. But don't forget, they built this team for gold. They want it badly. They're going to try for another one, and why not? They've got the support.
It's support, big time. The corporate sponsorship's unbelievable. It could just get better with the legacy growing, the family support. They've worked their jobs around their curling careers, and more power to them.
We are looking forward to it. We'll just let them throw stones at each other for the next 3 hours and hope you enjoy it too. 2 of the very, very best, not only in our country, but in the world of curling. Howard and Martin set to do battle here in Cranbrook.
The 2011 Capital One Canada Cup is brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet? The 2011 Capital One Canada Cup is brought to you by M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. By Tim Hortons, perfect gifts for the coffee lover. It's time for Tim's. And by Ford, official automotive partner of the Canadian Curling Association.
as the two teams take their final warm-up slides. Both these teams now very familiar to us. But one change for the Howard foursome as we meet the teams, and it's brought to you by Ford Drive One. Let's start with Kevin Martin. Ben Hebert, Mark Kennedy at the lead and second position, two of the best brushers we've ever seen. And then John Morris, very comfortable now in the third spot, the gold medal winners in Vancouver. Curling out of the Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton. From the Goldwater District Curling Club in Coldwater, Ontario, Glenn Howard, Craig Saville, Brent Lang. That's not new, but Wayne Middaugh is. However, last year Middaugh filled in for Richard Hart, and they won. Richard Hart has elected to step away from the game for maybe a year, maybe more, and Middaugh has committed to the run, and so Wayne Middaugh, the former Canadian and world champion 2 times over, takes over at the third spot. Now, by virtue of that perfect record, the hammer and the rock colors, rocks red, go to Martin. That's his choice, and he'll have the hammer in the first end of play to get us underway. The Howard lead is Craig Saville.
Just clean.
Vic, you said it best. We're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy, because I think we're going to see a lot of great shot making. It's not like there's a magic formula. It's not like we expect to talk a lot about strategy as far as mistakes that are made. Really, when it comes down to it, what you have to do when you step out on the ice as these two teams is just execute the plan.
Yeah, they're not going to fool each other with strategy. They're not going to out-psych each other out. It's all about execution here. There's no question about it.
Just clean. Oh, just clean, just clean, just clean. Yep. Good. Good.
Now, in saying that, I guess we could say we might be a little surprised that this hit is being played. Often we see front stones from these two teams.
Oh.
This crowd is surprised. I mean, that's just, where's this coming from?
They could be trying to be a little unpredictable, change it up a little bit.
That rock was in a perfect spot, too, so it would be a bit of a gamble to throw a corner. Not like Kevin hasn't done it before, mind you. It was perfect.
It's interesting because you just assume with their level of play that you can't hide much, that they're going to find a way to make an angle raise or do whatever it needs to get to shot stone. That's why I think that's so surprising.
Well, yeah, it is. And what these guys have to do is, it's the old story. You have to apply some pressure. And the only way you do that is to put a little bit of pressure on yourself, because you start putting a whole bunch of rocks in play. You're playing, leaving other rocks in rings in the areas that you don't want them. It makes it tougher for you, too. But the only way you're going to beat a Glenn Howard or a Kevin Martin is make that shot hard enough.
Yep. Hard. 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 Hard, guys. Hard. Right to it. 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 Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Must have been in there.
It was firm out of my hand, wasn't it? Yeah.
Firmer than Craig's.
I don't know if this first end was part of the game plan.
Well, usually we see Martin be aggressive. He had the most points for per game in round robin play. One thing about him is he wants to get comfortable with ice and stones. He's taken the rocks from Glenn Howard's semi-final game. For Howard, I think the key will be front end shots, angling them, getting the right draws in position. But we also talk about the third position, the bailout that Wayne Middaugh brings to this team with his big weight ability. And also that matchup of Middaugh and Morris, and who can win that big weight battle.
Yeah, I think that's going to be key. Both front ends have been playing great, so it's up to the devices.
The game plan brought to you by World Financial Group. Your dreams, our strategies. Now, one thing we have to consider as well is the week that they've had, despite the 6-0 record. You know, this Martin team coming off a couple of disappointing results in the last 2 curling stops in Ontario. They finished 6-0, but they didn't necessarily play that well, did they?
Not at all. I was there for the Brantford event, and part of the problem was 3 different ice surfaces, and you're adjusting all the time. You're not quite in that comfort zone. When you play at that level, you have so many rocks in play. You have to be so precise, and you just don't have that comfort. So I think you could give them a bye in that event. But overall, they haven't had that great a year. They haven't played as much as Kevin alluded to. I think 6 events, and sometimes on an Olympic year you might have 15 events in. You know, so it's a lot less play, and they're slowly ramping up for the playoffs.
Well, how many times would you ever see Mark Kennedy 5th among the second position, or Ben Hebert 4th among the leads, and particularly in only a 7-team event.
Yes, they did not have their best game. Now, when you look at the fact that they didn't lose, obviously they picked their spots and made the right shots, which we also talk about. When you look at the details of when they make the mistakes, interestingly enough, for Mark Kennedy, it happened to be on some of his takeouts. For example, on his in-turn takeouts, he was 90%, and his out-turn 75%. So it wasn't that one particular aspect of the game was poor. It just seemed to be one turn suddenly wouldn't go well for them. So you look at the overall number, though, of 87%. It's still not bad.
Yeah, they're not going to give him his pink slip yet.
No.
Yep.
Well,
But we'll just go back to the ice and stones for a moment, because this could be a little reason for Kevin Martin also playing open. He didn't play yesterday. Glenn Howard was on this sheet, curled 100%. So maybe if you're Martin, you're looking at that, you're thinking, well, he probably has a better feel. The one little thing, as we talked about, the advantage that Martin has is he did take away the stones that Glenn Howard used.
Yeah, I wonder why he did that. Glenn was only 100, and you see that all the time. And it might not be the exact 8, we're not sure, but he had the choice of color and hammer because of his perfect record, or not because of the perfect record, just a better record. And why not?
It's quite funny. As Wayne Middaugh was making his way back down to take over the house, he just sort of looked down at Kevin Martin, and Kevin just looked up and saying, well, that's the way we're playing, partner. That's nothing we can are going to do about it.
Throws.
Whoa, whoa. Clean, just clean up.
In fairness to Kevin, too, I think they play around that center guard so often that they like that. And I think they're hoping that Glenn will now take the lead and have to throw a guard.
Yep. We'll try and get
Clean, just clean.
We see big numbers from Kevin Martin a lot. He did struggle last year at the Brier. He did struggle a little bit with his turns, and we have seen him play a little bit with that this year, over-rotating the out-turn on occasion on the big weight hit. So we'll keep an eye on that in this
Same as
game
yours,
and see what
didn't
things he's played
Looks
with.
like it's going to and doesn't. Just never did.
Yeah, the out-turn at the
without
Brier
rocket,
was
Mike.
not his normal
I thought
out-turn.
so,
It was
too.
all over the place, and he looks a lot better this week.
Wrong.
Well, they are currently second and third on the World Curling Tour in terms of money. One, Howard is number 3 at just shy of $44,000. They qualified in 6 events, and they won the World Cup event that was played in Sault Ste. Marie. Martin, by contrast, is number 2. He is right at $44,000. They won the West Coast Classic. But as I said, coming off 2 disappointing performances, in his mind anyway, I guess anything less than winning is disappointing for Kevin. Those being played in Ontario, so coming out here and admits that they were playing a little bit better.
Yeah, both these teams are ATM machines. They're used to winning a lot of dough, and when they don't qualify an event or even make a semifinal or something, it's really disappointing.
Final stone and an up and down, surprisingly up and down first in. Looking for the blank. Kevin
Keep it
Martin.
going. Just be sure. Be sure.
And there he is. Uncharacteristically, we're going to put a plank on the board here in the
I didn't
first.
think it would bend
And
the
the
whole
crowd here at Cranbrook thinking this is D-Flight at the curling club across the parking lot. And on this Sunday, we welcome you back to Cranbrook, the Recplex. This is the home of the Kootenay Ice of the Western Hockey League. Defending Western Hockey League champions, currently winding up a 9-game road trip.
Big hair on that. Okay. See it?
So first rock after the blank. First stone, that yellow stone, just top 4.
Glenn wants to see it.
Where
I
is
still
Glenn?
don't.
And now they're looking for what, a
They thought
hair?
they saw a hair.
There's a hair on top of the rock.
They don't want it to fall off and maybe go under another rock.
Both of them put together.
It didn't come from the two skips.
Well, I let it go.
So a cheer went up from the crowd as the first one went in, and then the corner guard was
Yeah.
called
Wait.
and was
No,
made by Ben Hebert for
Wait's
Kevin
really good.
Martin.
Line's fine. The line's good.
Peer pressure from the crowd, I
It
think.
was.
Yeah, it's got to curl a bit. It's pretty close. line's fine.
This is an interesting spot
Yep.
as you watch the path of this
It's
stone.
good.
It takes
If you gotta
forever
curl,
to
gotta
curl.
curl.
It was the same during the women's games.
If you can. If you
It
can.
looks like
can.
it looks like it's going to be a corner guard forever. It does move fairly hard once it crosses the hog line. Covers part of it.
Great judgment there. They wanted as close as they could, but not in, obviously.
If you were with us for the women's final, not me so much, obviously, Linda and Russ talked about the positioning of the guards, not to hurt yourself when you need to make a draw. And that stone right now, that guard that's out covering the edge of the 8-foot, is it in a good spot?
It's in a good spot. Yeah, it won't interfere with most of the shots you need to play.
Nice weight, Benny.
And the typical shot for Ben Hebert, second call is the freeze, very nicely made.
Never a doubt, Benny.
You're going to have to throw a couple feet, I guess, eh?
Okay.
I think.
Sounded like that picked something early, but then spun as it shed whatever the debris was, and that allows it to slide a little farther and end up perfect.
Brent Lang throwing the second stones for the Howard team from Coldwater, Ontario.
Line's close.
Hot. It's pretty good. Close. It's there.
Line's
There.
good, though.
Line only.
It's all
Wait
there.
only.
Line only.
Can't go.
Line only.
Close.
Line should get
Line's
there.
great.
Line
Yep.
only.
Yep. Whoa. Weight's there still. Line her up good. Good shot. Attaboy. Shot.
The winner will take home $26,000, but more importantly, it's the second line. A trials berth in 2013, the Roar of the Rings, the Canadian Curling Trials, will be played in Winnipeg about 2 years from now. But then they also get a chance for an invite back to defend. Will be in Moose Jaw next year for the Canada Cup of Curling, and then also a spot in the Continental Cup. So lots to win, but really it is that Olympic trials berth. What a wonderful shot.
I thought they were frozen.
Oh.
Shot.
And now the guard is red, and the guard belongs to Martin.
I thought so too.
We've
Nice.
seen these a few times.
Nice run back there, Linda.
the next one.
And that's that weak shot we talked about.
Yes. Mark Kennedy really struggling. No, we expect those from him, that's for sure.
They were hoping to juggle it, weren't they? Move that red back and move the yellow back behind the tee line. But they've got a
Line's
nice,
good.
easy razor,
Line's
so
almost identical.
Team Howard's going to have to choke that off, getting around,
Gotta
partially
go,
around
Ben.
this guard.
Gotta go. Gotta go, Ben.
Go then.
Gotta go. Line's
Savile
great. Gotta go,
on
though,
the
guys. Gotta go hard.
left
You gotta
wing
go hard.
the dog.
Line's great.
Right.
Hard. Hard, guys. You gotta go hard. You gotta go hard. You gotta go hard.
Keep her going.
You gotta go hard. Go, 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 go. Come on, go, go, go. It's perfect. Go, go, go.
Really
go, go, go.
skinny
Get
it.
ready to
Go.
Go, go, go.
Great rush to drag it as much as they can,
shot.
and they'll
Attaboy.
put it right between.
Wait, Wayne.
I give full credit to Wayne Madaw. He plays third. He's used to skipping. He took that from end to end with his brush. He's using a hairbrush. He's the only one of the top teams that is bringing hair in as the second brush. Might be a little easier for him to utilize that brush, but he went on it hard.
Took the words
you
out of
don't
my
wanna
mouth
stick our
when he
red?
played second for
Yeah,
me. Never
right
swept
on
that
the
hard.
There's the hair. And the synthetic is shown to be a very effective tool. That's why you see most of them use it, unless there's something like frost, and they're trying to get the hair into that ice and down into the frost.
Mark Kennedy. Trying another run back here, trying to move things around. Like that.
Too bad.
Popped one of the Ray stones out into the open in the 12-foot.
Sweet, Benny. Let's go.
Great shot, but it does leave a thin double for Wayne.
Like a thin quarter. Real thin. Hit and roll and show baiting on your side.
Yeah, hit and roll into the pocket.
Hard to hit it too thin. It's hit and roll. Well, you don't want to give him this, eh?
That is, you kids are right
You go to there.
Okay.
It'll be above it, though. He goes in behind.
Okay, whatever you see. Double.
Oxygen to Wayne
Run it.
Middaugh.
Yeah,
think
he's
so.
really huffing and
Okay.
puffing after that
Good to make the roll.
length of brushing. That's you have to be careful that you're fully recovered before you throw.
And let you know he may have been asking the question just for that moment.
Hard! Gotta go! Gotta go!
Saddle and Lang looking for 2. And they'll back it up.
Yep, yep,
And out. Look at that. It actually backs it up and out of play.
Wayne Middaugh is one of the best out-turn throwers I've ever seen. He throw it hard. He's got huge leg drive. Doesn't have to shove it. He's got massive drive out of the hack, and that was well thrown. Look where that ends up.
That is the one thing we talked about Wayne Middaugh coming onto this team as opposed to Richard Hart. Wayne has a lot of opportunities with upweight to make big shots.
No. Close.
Yep, yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Off, 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 off.
Way over.
Go, 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 go.
Good.
Gets the roll over and past the guard, covering the 8-foot.
Nice weight.
Not bad.
No. Normal.
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 Pulse.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa, just
Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Normal.
Whoa.
Weight's good. Whoa.
Saddle. You're right behind. Go, 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 go right over. Okay. Shot buried.
Shot buried. Yeah.
Not quite enough. I
Ben,
guess,
yours was
Nice.
Yeah, yours slid real nice.
to bury it completely.
It's funny, Vic, at this level, they almost didn't want it dead buried, because if
Johnny's didn't come up.
No.
Martin or Johnny in this case can get it in there frozen, that guard's a real problem.
No, you wanted to roll further out into the open actually and try and get some mistake from the Martin team instead of leaving them this come around
Plenty of room.
freeze.
Gotta go.
Here is John Morris.
Go ahead, line's
Hard.
good. Come on.
We play in the second after blank in 1.
Hard lines. Go
Hard.
Hard.
And look at these 2 guys go. Hebert
Hard. Can
and
you get to the
Kennedy.
ring?
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Get to the ring.
Wow. Even they couldn't save it.
If you can't get it there with those 2 brushers, you really underthrew that draw.
Right up there. Just tried to pinch the hair.
Overcompensated, yeah.
He tried to pinch it. Meaning,
Just didn't throw it hard enough. He did, and again, partly because of the 2 great sweepers
Just
out
deep.
front, he just
Probably gotta
didn't
even
throw
them
it
up,
hard
eh?
enough. So when he said pinched it, he pulled it off a little bit.
T-line.
Well, we go T-line if it's buried, right?
Great opportunity for Team Howard here to sink one in behind.
Just top of the tee.
Yeah. Not zone later.
Same
It's just
pass as you threw last time? That's the speed.
I think John got caught where they haven't practiced much either. That edge of the 4 is always slower.
That's there.
Line's good.
It's there right now.
Well then, lots of room. You got to be at least tee though.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be
it's heavy.
buried.
Heavy.
Whoa, 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 really
Really.
heavy. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay.
No, that is not something we see very often. I don't know if he got fooled by the throw that John gave him and he looked at that and thought it needed a little more. And maybe down that path that's so fast.
You gotta be kidding me. That just went forever.
I thought Johnny was close.
You see that all the time, eh? Like the one guy fools the other guy.
Okay.
It's definitely a quicker spot because they've thrown rocks there in practice, but
Like the 4?
it had to be light there.
But once they start to curl at the end.
How can Kevin figure it out?
that's the thing. You wonder now who, I mean, certainly you don't want to go to school on that.
No, exactly.
Tendency would be to pull back on this.
Line's good. Fight the
Weight's
four. Room.
Line's good.
Weight's
Line's
good.
good.
I heard somebody say bite the 4.
Bite 4. Line's good. Bite 4.
Line only, guys.
Whoa then.
Line's
Slide
really
good.
good.
Full four.
Line's really good.
Full 4.
It's definitely curling lots.
we're T.
We're real trouble. T, that's too much.
No,
T is too much.
Right off. Right off.
Stop.
Yeah, it's quicker there. Definitely quicker. Kevin would like that a couple feet higher. Glenn can lock one in there, and Kevin might not be able to score.
Darn it.
Good try.
That's not too good.
Same ice?
Good.
That one timed at about 14.6 hog to hog. Glenn's was about 14,
Lock it
the one
on.
that
We
went
gotta
to
get
the
a bit of
back
an
of the
angle on it,
house.
though.
So
Use
it
above
is
the tee.
sliding.
Okay, so that takes him off it.
Yeah.
6 feet.
All right, now anybody curls at whatever level, we talk about taking it off. Sometimes club curlers tend to want to pull back on the hand and take it out that way. He's going to take it out how?
Just cut the leg drive. Instead of sliding out at, let's say, 4 miles an hour, he's going to slide out at 3.5 miles an hour. Just kick out a little later.
Just tee.
And then give it to the brusher.
Just tee.
Exactly.
How's the
Good.
line?
Just tee.
Okay. Don't want to go. Can't.
No, no line. Getting better. Getting better. Yep, yep.
Now here they go. Saville and Lang like to groove it on the corners again.
Well, then make sure it's to it. Just to it. Just to it. Just to it.
How's
Great
that?
shot, Glenn. Pistol.
That's real good.
Shot, Skipper.
Can't draw in there. The only way is to wiggle off it.
If we play that, we got to play it with hack.
Max.
I don't like the run.
Even
Well, what
here.
else you got, buddy?
The draw still might be there.
Yeah, that's too risky, eh? Could give him 3.
Okay.
Whew, boy. How in the heck do we get there?
I think there's just enough room.
There's
Well,
your
not enough room
example
to
of the
draw.
corner guard, Vic. They
has
just
to
got a
come off
little
the hit.
trapped now by the position of the center guard and the corner guard and the fact they have to
This
hit
might
the
be the easier
button, not
shot.
just to draw to the forefoot.
I don't like
either.
There's no draw. Like if I get just past that red one, I draw right
your
into
rocks,
about here, like right to his. If I just get past the red.
Well, if you don't think there's a draw, I think we go for that with just backering just through.
Okay,
Either that
right on the nose.
or try to throw T-line and just do the old graze. Whatever one you like. I like them. I like both those.
Okay, so just back 12.
Okay.
What they're saying here is there's so much curl to get
12
around
right on
that
the
corner
nose.
guard. It's going to wreck on the rock Glenn just
About a-
through, and he's going to
he's
steal one
probably a foot
anyways.
ice, eh?
So if you're going to give up a steal, you might as well
Probably
try a
more than
shot
that.
for 2. The danger with this one,
More than that,
obviously, is
Johnny. I'm
if
just throwing back ring, eh?
Kevin taps this back
than
with
that.
any weight at all, ticks his own, it could be a steal of 3.
Can't afford to throw it harder than that.
No,
right?
no.
That's why he's playing back 12 foot weight. I thought he might go for the shot that John mentioned, the draw, to play a little more weight so you rub off the yellow that Glenn just threw and roll into the button, but no, they've opted for the raise.
Back line.
Final stone right now. It is a stolen point in the pocket of Glenn Howard.
Oh, yep.
Kennedy Hebert. Another big pounding.
Hard.
No,
Hard,
forget it.
keep
It's
going,
over, no, it's over the top. It's
It
over the top.
is.
Just need a little more ice, Darren.
And so it'll be a
know if you have
steal
enough
of
to get it out.
1 for Howard. He was deep with his first, made a great adjustment with his second, and Glenn Howard is on the board with a single in the second.
Good there, boys.
That's key.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Nickelback's new album, Here and Now, available in stores now.
I said earlier, the desire to play for Glenn Howard, especially when you consider the number of crucial games, big games, that he has lost. When you think about the Brier final to Stout, Brier final to Cooey, back-to-back, the trials to go to Vancouver, the Brier final in 08 to Martin. I mean, how many times can you lose a big game?
Especially against Kevin. Kevin's beaten us in a lot of awfully big games over the last 4, 5, 6 years, and he beat us again this week on a heartbreaker. But you know, what do you do? We've always put ourselves. You can't lose unless you get into that final game, and we put ourselves in that position over the years. And I like our chances. I think we're playing well, and the bottom line is make a ton of shots.
And you couldn't play
Tighter.
much better
Take it
yesterday
harder than you
as Glenn Howard
Yeah, go.
curled 100%
you're
in
not
the
bad now.
semifinal win over
mind a bit of
Jeff
an overcurl.
Stoughton. Welcome
Please
back
close.
to the men's
Good
final
overcurl.
of the Canada Cup from
Bite the line's
Cranbrook.
perfect.
Steal of 1 by Howard in the second. Has him
Bite the
on
line's
top
perfect.
early.
Good now.
It is Kevin
Good
Martin
action.
that will have the last rock. He has
What?
the hammer,
Shot.
playing the Redstones here in 3.
Wait.
Nice and quick here, Benny.
Weight's good.
Kind of a strange start to the game when you think of how open Kevin Martin played and lost maybe that little opportunity with Hammer to set something up, because then in the next stand you see that great shot by Glenn Howard and you give up the steal. And now you're not exactly in the position you pictured to start this game.
Well, Glenn's been hot, and he got a rare miss out of him. He had a chance to score a deuce, end up stealing one with Kevin putting it in the wrong spot, and Glenn with a good one. So big turn of events there.
You have to admire the two leads in this game. They are superb. You look at the one in and guard by the Howard lead, Craig Saville, and then you look at the corner guard and then the freeze by Ben Hebert. End after end, a little bit like what we talked to Don Askin on the Jennifer Jones team. Those setup shots are so important. Yes, we talk about the big skip shots. It all goes back to the beginning of the end.
Yeah, there's no better than these two guys. It's unbelievable.
Line only.
There's another one that squeaked by the guard.
One more time. Oh, just a little late kiss, and then the rub and roll off.
Just takes the paint off the side of this rock.
And then there's the spill out into the open.
That's the dangerous part, because now there's an opportunity to get to the inside. That's the secret here, is always get to the inside. Martin hits a dead on, there'll be a red double, so he has to roll.
Through the house.
Mark Kennedy.
Through the house.
Whoa, then. Oh.
So a little extra weight, maybe.
Or hack weight, Kev.
Yeah, I see that. Oh. Gotta stick to shooter. Yeah, no. Don't know what to do.
Shooter.
And he doesn't get across.
Kev, get
Get that baby out of there.
And the Ray Stone will just hang around back 12. And obviously,
Oh, I think probably max ice for that.
Just a little big, Mark. You threw it good.
Go here.
I'm not even close.
Just straight in. Do that. It's about a
Don't like off the outside.
little more than half a rock higher.
Well, we're line 3 if we hit this one, eh?
No, 2. 2, he makes the double and roll behind the corner.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
Go say it then.
Don't
Say
talk
it.
to me. I see this exactly. It's pretty straight. Yeah.
I think you got to hit that one.
We can make could make the double.
Even if you hit, this one's ugly. If you only roll to here,
Yeah,
it's
I
real
know
ugly,
it's not
right?
good. We can try the double.
Hit and roll in, yeah, with peel. If you roll into here,
Okay, so I don't mind that either.
okay?
Yep.
Just try and hit and roll in with
Yep.
peel.
Wayne really gets it. He really his, he's played so long at a high level, won a world championship as a skip, and
You can definitely
he's
can
got
roll
some,
into
when he
it, but
does
it's real thick.
speak,
Like it's-
he's got some good
you hit
answers.
7/8. You don't want to hit half a rock. How's that?
Peel.
7/8.
And you could tell he wasn't sure if he should say something. And I really like the front end saying, yeah, go say it. Then Glenn can choose. He can say no, he can say yes.
And I know for a fact Glenn wants the input. It's not going to bother him.
Whoa. Whoa.
Brent Lang.
Whoa. Whoa. Wayne,
Hard.
Glenn.
One over, a little bit more, and on top. Yeah, you see, it's a different dynamic. The relationship that he had, Glenn Howard, I'm speaking of, with Richard Hart, and
Same
now
thing,
Wayne, an experienced skip in his own right,
That's pretty buried.
two-time Canadian, two-time
Good
world
shot.
champion,
Unless you think
knowing
we can
when
get
to
their
say
back ring
something.
and stay 3/4 on
Well,
them.
you
And
might
be having
be
a-
able to. It's real tight. Even if you stay on the inside of this, it's not horrible.
Okay. Same sort of weight.
Yeah, just
Wait.
we don't need to bump it out.
Back line, Mark.
Saying
line.
something is one thing, but having a skip that's willing to accept it.
I like both of them, though. John Morris has also made huge changes in the way he works with Kevin Martin from when he skipped. And it's the presentation of the information. John says, I think this, but whatever you decide, skipper, and that's kind of how they all do it. Don't sell it,
Okay.
just give them the information.
Where are we at?
Back line.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa, guys.
Whoa.
Whoa, guys. Whoa. Come on, come back in.
Bad.
Not bad.
Little extra weight there rolled open gives him pretty easy double.
Interesting. I mean, that's
Just make the double?
back-to-back shots.
Yeah, make sure the
by
double.
Okay. How thick?
Mark Kennedy.
How
That
much space?
just a little bit too much weight.
Yeah.
8
yeah,
inches?
That's the mistake you can't make at this level. It's if you're a little light, you
Thick
can
half.
usually use it later, but heavy, now it rolls open and gives Wayne not only a very easy double, but he's going to roll into a good spot if he makes it.
Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. Good shot.
Loses the shooter, but does bump the stone up a little bit.
John.
Shot rock in his now top 4. In fact, it is Howard sitting 3 without last rock here in the third.
Change of strategy here. Kevin was trying to get out of it with a tap. Now he said, whoops, wait a minute, we got to score here. So he's going to run this back. That rock's in a dangerous spot, top of the 4-foot.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really got them all.
Jeez, along the hair. I know. Keep it another lick and we get it.
Thought it was interesting because it was Morris calling the brushing, not Kevin.
Well, I think, in fairness, Kevin can't see the one behind him. He's standing at the tee line there, so John could see it from the far end.
I also think John knew he'd done something a little with the handle. They'd have made a little in-out motion, and that then it started to come back. So maybe just helping him out a little bit. But what a change. What a turnaround in the end when you look at rock positioning and how this is better for Kevin. Not just because he got rid of the rock in the 4-foot. The guards moved over. Everything looks so much better now.
Finish hard. Go. Yep.
Got to curl it.
Go. It will. Go.
Go.
Keep going. Go.
Didn't. Throw.
Well, interesting.
Should have gone way more than
Don't know if the ice is a little different today. We've seen it fast in a couple of places, patchy spots. Yesterday in the 2 semifinals, they said that the ice was going to finish, had the big curl right there, to Glenn's mind anyway, didn't finish.
Yeah, they got fooled a little bit. It's maybe that spot. Wayne thought it would go, but in fairness, the guard is so tight to the rings, it would be tough to bury there. That guard's in the 2 position, halfway between the front of the rings and the hog line. That would have buried easy.
And it really did close at the end and get half cover. They're just playing a tap.
Wait's good. Yeah.
We gotta go.
Room.
Whoa. Trying to get to nose.
We're not going to be shot.
Oh, hard then. Hard.
Freezing.
Keep an angle on thin. Hard.
Whoa. Roll it, Mark. Roll it.
Light again.
That's quite a bit light twice with that same stone. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
They knew it was light early, though, so I think it was Johnny.
Well, the problem is if he makes the score, I don't want to turn draw.
Cutter, but I think he also picked the slow
And
one.
then, Glenn, it doesn't curl that much.
No, I know.
Like it just finishes there.
That's exactly
And
what
it's
he
the
got.
same as going the other way. It's right up.
Right to it, Wayne?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perfect. It's right to it. If it's
He's 7.
online with our yellow is the key, right?
Same.
Online with our yellow.
Got it. Same, Glenn.
Yep.
Craig and Brent are superb brushers, and they take that information to help them brush. It's not that they're going to call their own line. They'll wait for Wayne to do that, but they want to really understand how to get this stone in the perfect spot.
And it's no longer at this level about throwing a guard. It's about putting it in right on the X, right in that exact spot.
Line's good. Right here. Right here. Right here.
Glenn Howard in
Right
his
to my broom.
first
Top 8.
here in the third.
Lots of line.
Okay, we're still there. Let's go.
Light to my broom. Looks pretty good. Right to my broom. Line's perfect. Right to my broom.
Whoa.
Great shot, Glenn.
Great shot.
Boy, Glenn.
Good eye, guys.
Good shot, Glenn.
Yeah. Just get the corner back there with board.
Yeah, board weight.
Board weight.
Yeah.
Just inside nose.
7/8. Even a nose hit doesn't.
Has to be.
Just inside nose. Great
Well,
second, third.
Well, outside.
Oh, we can actually get away almost with this. Even if we miss it and make that, it's not bad.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. A little inside nose.
Yeah.
But the problem is this will be open. I'll be in front of his. He peels it out. I'm looking at 2.
Okay. If you hit just this way, it's fine too. Like nose.
Yeah.
Nose isn't bad.
I don't really know the ice well enough just yet to do that, I guess.
That is there though. It's just you got to be exacto.
Yeah, but at least I know the intern draw then for my last one. You know?
If you make this one good,
He can't get us out.
yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, I think that's probably a better option.
Looks easy.
I thought they were going to take a look at this shot here. You run the
Right here,
red
no
one
bounce.
in
I know.
this
I wanna
way.
see where it is.
Either take out the top yellow that Glenn just threw, or you hit it
You want to get shot or
in
you don't
this
really care?
area,
Be nice.
clip your own red over and leave it shot rock.
Too far.
danger with this one is has to be dead on. There's a lot of negatives could happen here. If Kevin comes deep, Glenn guards it. I don't think it's a shot. If Kevin comes up light, this almost has to be shot rock for Kevin to score with the next one. Not a simple shot.
Found it interesting, Linda, that for Kevin to say,
Wait,
you know, what was a major admission that he wasn't sure of the ice. I just assume that he knows the ice everywhere at this point in time, especially after their practice.
Yeah, it has been tricky, but the last 2 days it's been a little bit different than round robin play.
A lot of weight.
Wow.
Well, maybe he's right.
Okay.
That's the danger of playing that shot.
A whole lot
This-
keener than last time we played out here, hey?
Well, it's, yeah.
Sure.
The only rock that isn't sliding really good is John's 4. He was light with his intern that way.
That would have been a real nice
Like
weight a
this
couple
way.
days ago.
Oh, yeah. Even your last
There you
one, the
go.
last 10 slid really
A
good.
couple of days ago, round robin play would have been very good.
Yeah, but you got to be smarter than that. They've thrown practice rocks for half an hour here.
No, maybe not.
They should have that
Probably
figured
gonna
out.
clip it.
Their longtime coach Jules Houcher wanted
This
to
going on to here doesn't do anything for him.
say hello to all the curlers in the Alberta Colleges Fall Regional that's being hosted in Red Deer, and in particular to the Northern Alberta Institute, the curlers and coach Carl and Tim, and wished everybody good luck. So good luck to all the curlers as well from us.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you hit it, it's 2. Make contact with the red, it's 2.
I guess we just. Okay. Yeah,
What
guard
do you
over
like?
here.
Or discard that.
Guard the red.
You want to give him the shot for 2?
I'm saying, is it there? I thought you said it wasn't there for
No, he said it's a gimme.
Oh, it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make contact, it's 2.
Oh, okay. Let's guard
You
that.
hit the red, it's 2. It doesn't.
It's hard to believe. It's got to be on. It's got to
It's got to
hit
be
that
thick.
thick.
It's
yeah.
got to be thick, but
You didn't sweep it far enough, eh, Wayne?
it's up to 2 far. If I had left it here, it's
Let's
better.
guard. Let's center guard.
Center guard,
Sure.
make him throw it.
Yep.
Okay. Get her out there.
Over here. Got to put here.
Yeah,
right?
you want to be there, right?
So what do you want
So
to
way out
leave? Do
here,
you
you
want to
wanna play
leave
the
the
other
red
turn?
run back into the red stone in the 8-foot, or do you
Yeah,
want to
other
leave the
turn.
draw? And they've decided
We
to
want it like right here, don't we?
block the draw.
Just across center.
Sure.
I'm surprised Wayne's saying the red rays will score them 2 points, and I understand the red one at the back's closer to the top. The one at the top of the 8-foot, you can see the yellow at the top of the 8-foot isn't as close as the red at the back. But do you not think, Linda, the red at the 2 or the 10 o'clock position just outside the 4-foot will hit the yellow and then jam at the back one?
Well, that's why I always think Wayne is so funny. He says it's a gimme. Then he did say, except you have to hit it very thickly to not do this. So he was sort of clarifying the point.
Yeah,
It would be tough.
This is the right call. If Kevin can get 2 out of that, he deserves
Line's
it.
good.
Shake his hand, play another end.
Yep. Line's good.
Hard.
Line's good. Just fully across. Yep.
Hard.
Chance to steal this way.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Right there. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right there.
So there's the shot. It's one shot that everyone expects him to play.
We could hit this. Hit our yellow. Roll out.
Kevin hits this on the wrong. He hits it a little on the high side, hits half the yellow. The yellow will squirt the red one across the top. The yellow will roll in. It's a steal of 2. There's as much danger as here as they're good.
Holy cow, John. I gave it like 2 inches.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
only-
a
I'm
different
only
broom
throwing
position
control,
for
eh?
sure.
Kevin Martin has played 5 shots so far, and his number's 55%. Here is his 6th shot of the game. Here in the 3rd, make this. 55 doesn't matter. Ebert, Kennedy, trying to hold the line off it now. Run it back, run it, and get it by. And look at that. There's the 2.
I can't believe he left that for us.
Great line
I
call.
can't believe he left that for us.
John Morris.
Why wouldn't he guard that?
We said it was a tough shot. You had to hit it just perfectly. Actually rubbed the yellow to hit it
Well,
properly.
the rub helped him, I think, Linda, because
Yeah.
it managed to change that angle. It actually came in with a different turn then.
You know what? You don't care what the numbers say, 55%. Not if you make a shot like this. And it's an early key shot for Kevin Martin.
Is it ever? And I said, throw the guard. If Kevin can make this for 2, shake his hand, play another end, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do. Beautiful, beautiful shot. I'm not sure he makes this if this doesn't tick. Hit good close look. It feathers the yellow. That causes it to drag a little less. Clears the back one, gets his deuce. Unbelievable.
The key shot brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue, stylish designs for any room. So 2 on the board for Martin in the third. And for the first time in the game, Glenn Howard will have the last rock. He has the hammer, playing the Yellowstones here in 4.
If that makes it clean, I'm not sure it's not going to drag as much as it did, and I think it ticks that back when he gets his 1, but either way, 1-2, that was a great curling shot.
Boy, Benny. Nice, Ben. Split.
So the first one in, corner guard up, and the corner guard is quite tight to the house, not too far over. A little bit different position we've seen, but we've also seen this sheet have spots where it doesn't curl around it quite as well. That might be a better spot for that yellow corner guard.
Yep.
Of course, the center guard is just off center, guarding the rock in the house.
Hard, guys. You got a good one. You got to go hard, though. You got to go real hard. You got to go real hard. Line's perfect. Line's, whoa, room. Boy, Sav.
Try to get to the
4
nose.
perfect shots again.
It's like middle 8. Ooh. Okay.
Now, is this the slow one?
It's John that was throwing it, but they could have moved it around.
Don't want to
okay.
We're T.
Yep.
We're back.
Where are we at?
We're back 8.
Oh, whoa then. Whoa.
Chisel and roll, maybe?
Well, you're by.
You might be through the rings.
Oh.
Hard for the corner. No.
No. We saw Mark Kennedy in the last end with a couple of overthrown stones, and here again,
These days, eh? Shit.
one of those days.
As Chelsea Carey can look at something like this. It happens to the best of them, and we all go through it. And you just can't seem to get the speed with the rocks, whether there's slightly difference in speed or it's the path that's fooling him. I know he wasn't happy where the broom was, and instead of changing it, he just threw, and that can always throw you off too.
Yeah, Chelsea Carey, of course, from Morden, Manitoba, in the women's final earlier today against Jennifer Jones. The entire team struggling, losing 9-4 as Jones picked up the trials spot, the first one to qualify for Canadian curling trials. They'll be in Winnipeg December 1 through the 8th of 2013.
Weight's good. Solid hack.
No.
That's fine.
Good shot. Go.
Nicely played. You don't need shot rock yet. You have second and third shot in the house.
Yeah, sure. Same shot Langer just threw.
Okay.
Hack? Yeah, he threw more like board.
Okay, I'll throw board then.
Yeah.
This is what we talk about, is applying pressure. Mark Kennedy can only see a small half of that, maybe a big third. This is a tough shot. It's there, and if he hits what he can see, he'll roll over either behind the corner or right to that other yellow, but not an easy shot.
Nice play.
Yep. It's real tight. Come on.
It's a little tight, and you can hear John Morris now. Come on. Ben, you and me, we'll make this work.
Whoa. Close. Whoa. Come on. Finish a little, honey. Come on.
Finish a little, honey.
Hurry, go.
And it is honey. Wow. Very nice. After 3 disappointing shots, Mark Kennedy responds.
Let's see if John's shot.
Looked like it was
Tight. A little tight, but nothing.
Good shot, Mark.
Nothing's curling much with any weight.
A little bit narrow as far as the release goes, but he's got the great brushing when they need it, and it is just perfect.
Yeah, I think if you're cheering for Kevin Martin and you hear sweep, you're happy because they save a lot of rocks. Could be a double right back here, maybe more importantly, well buried.
Whoa. Close. Whoa.
okay.
Nose does the trick. Can't make the double.
As you're watching the throws, the one thing about these players like Brent, you know that you're going to get a pretty clean release from all of them. Yes, once in a while they'll make a mistake. For ice reading, you can actually watch the opposing team. There are some teams that throw so differently from you, and you can't really pick up what they're doing. It throws you off for ice reading.
Definitely.
When you have 8 athletes out there all giving you a read.
Wait's good.
Whoa, guys.
Wow.
Whoa, guys.
Clean. Wow.
No.
Nose is fine.
Yep.
Wow. Yep. Good shot, John. It's fine.
So it's Martin sitting the 2 without last rock here in the fourth.
They try a little harder to roll there. I think they were, but they kept saying, I heard Benny kept saying nose is fine, there's no double, but all Glenn has to do is roll here. It's dead buried behind his own guard. Be a tough run back.
Whoa. Close. How heavy?
You're heavy.
Forward. Close.
Whoa, whoa.
I think he's heavy, if anything.
Whoa, close. Whoa. Straight, eh?
This is a very straight spot. This is the one I was saying with draws. If you draw starting at the edge of the 8-foot, if you look at Wayne's takeout go so straight, the draw does the same thing. It goes, and finally breaks over towards center line. So it's hard to take less ice because you might get to that spot that does go.
So they took the same ice, and Wayne, I thought, brought the weight down a little bit compared to the previous rock, and it still didn't go. So see what happens here. This could be the cutter, right?
Never more.
Never.
Well, they did talk about a different stone for John Morris.
Fine.
Good.
It's like nose.
That's good.
Good.
Knows it is.
Oh, that's a good shot. Kinda. Yeah. That's good. Shot.
Can I get across the top and make the
Unless
big
you want to
roll?
do through here.
Yeah. Or no.
Okay.
Ken, you got to hit half.
Kind of weight.
Same or less?
Well, we're jamming, aren't we? If we do that? Not if you roll behind the red one.
Just board.
It's a skinny half to miss it.
A little surprised at this. There's 3 rocks left. You're forced here. You're not going to blank the end. Maybe Glenn's trying to still score that outside rock there, but getting rid of both the reds eventually.
Close.
Yep. Little less.
Whoa.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Whoa.
Yep.
Shoot. Whoa.
Now roll it over, and will it sit in behind that guard? You could see Brent Lang taking a look, and that's where it'll stop. Edge of the button. Not quite behind, still peeking out maybe a quarter stone.
Great try. It curls an inch more. He's buried, plus he saves that back one. It looks like it knocked that back one out.
This will take its time, but his in turn and his rock. Great.
Oh, we heard earlier Glenn Howard talk about all the losses to Kevin Martin, and you wonder if maybe Kevin Martin is in Glenn's head a little bit.
I hope so, but I doubt it. No. Everybody's been around so long and played each other so many times, and you get on streaks against. Right now, we've had good luck with Glenn, but Jeff's actually been beating us most of the time lately, and that's the way it kind of goes. We had a stretch, I think, of 11 or 15 games in a row against Jeff, and it's just the way it works, and it's all a flow of momentum. So, that's the way it goes. I don't think Glenn will worry about that.
Get her out. Come on, Mark. Keep going. Get on that red.
Very nice to push it back. Now, has he left a double there, or did the shooter roll enough behind cover?
I think the double's there. I do.
Do like Marks or anybody. It's more gradual today, Kev. Even even you're wrong.
I can play it with quiet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Freeze the other option.
Board or hack? Do you want to just hit and roll?
I think you got to try and make the double.
Okay, so I need some weight then.
Yeah, you got to be down on a small third. Oh, the other option is draw.
Yeah, I know.
You make the draw good, he's in big trouble, right? Because then it's going to be for 3 on your next one. And it's the same.
What do you think?
It's the same draw you threw 2
Well,
ends
there.
ago. Right? You go there.
Yeah. Then he falls down tap.
What's the other call? Hit and roll over?
Do that. What does he do? But if you're on the corner,
bump it and stay on the
tap,
nose.
well, depends how he taps it.
You just go straight come around
If
over
you
here
can't,
too.
if you can't see enough,
Throwing him.
I like
Straight,
to freeze
go
there.
straight come around here.
third, that's it. You got to hit a third.
I like to freeze.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like the draw, either the freeze or coming around the red stone to the top of the 4.
Yeah,
The only problem with this one is it is a really tight rock. You have to hit exactly what you can see as you come by, and you have to really pull back the weight to do it.
Yeah, you reckon the guard, Martin goes top 8 or something, you're going to have trouble scoring. I agree with this, and Wayne not only brought up the idea, but he said you threw this exact same shot in the second in, and if we remember, Glenn made that corner freeze
Just past the tee.
and it led to the steal.
Full rock past the tee.
So he knows this spot.
Yep.
Sometimes that factors into the strategy too, is if you know exactly what it's going to do.
Pair last, Wayne. Yeah.
Wait only.
There.
Wait only.
Whoa.
Wait only. Line's good. Just past the tee. Lots of line still.
Take a look.
Lots of line. Lots of line.
Okay,
No
weight's
line at all.
there.
Nothing.
perfect.
Hard should be good then. Whoa, whoa.
Weight's
Just
there.
clean,
Weight's
just clean
great.
it. Just whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't want to
Weight's
bump it.
perfect.
Don't want to bump it.
It's not.
Great shot, Glenn. Pistol.
Boy.
Well, Wayne Madaw said you threw it earlier, and you threw it well then, and you threw another beauty.
You did a good job then.
That really is a beauty, and I'll tell you why. It's the actual angle. If Glenn gets a chance to hit that, he's onto that one almost automatically. So Kevin actually would love to freeze to this, but I think he's going to have to move it a little bit. If he can move this red back into this area, it'll be tough for Glenn to score more than one.
So just heavy draw.
There's the comment, heavy draw. The freeze would be dangerous,
that's
Glenn.
enough
If you
ice?
froze maybe you know, a little off angle, Glenn blasts
Sit
it,
right on the nose of it.
he could actually score 3.
That's my freeze sandwich that I always say that the filling stays, the bread goes. And if you're not wanting that to happen, you have to move them around a little bit.
Basically draw, but
I really like the way Wayne, again, worked with
Yes.
Glenn, reminding him about the shot he made. And so you're not forcing the shot on him, but reminding how well Glenn had made an earlier freeze, and it's made beautifully again.
It's funny you'd say that, because I used to say that to Glenn when he was my vice. I'd say,
Back 12.
just remind me. Just remind me. You're so caught up with the strategy, sometimes you forget about the path.
Kevin Martin and his final stone here in 4.
Weight's good.
Nothing yet from Kennedy and Hebert.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean, yes. Whoa. Right in the nose, John. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Now they go to
Come
work.
on, go.
Now they go to work.
Whoa,
Wanted to get
whoa, whoa.
across the nose
Go,
if he
Johnny,
could.
Johnny, go.
Did he move it far enough?
Do the trick up? Yep.
Bumped it enough?
That's fine.
I don't know whether he bumped it enough,
Oh, yeah. Beauty, right?
Too bad.
but I don't think there's a double anyways.
No, there's no need. It's good. There's no deuce.
It's not
Kevin
far.
doesn't. There is?
Well, what I was worried about is if
do we get
that
in
rolled a
there?
little
We gotta
less,
come off here.
the angle was, he wasn't on the corner as much as he is, there would have been a nose hit double. The yellow would jam on the back red that Kevin moved, and there would be a red double. But it looks like it just curled enough that if
Okay.
Glenn hits that red one, it'll go across the top of
not
the
there.
other red at the back of the 8.
Just a little
How do we get the one, though? That's what I'm
it's
concerned about.
That is just
Concerned off the top.
noses.
I know, but I think the same draw.
You want the same draw?
I think so.
Okay. Well, the same draw you rocked here.
No, but I'm going to throw it like back here, back ring.
Kevin's had curled a little less,
You
and
like
it'd
that?
been just
I
a
just think
little bit
comparison.
over this way. Then there would have been a double
do you like
across the top there. Glenn's yellow would stay.
This one there.
This
I guess it
yellow
almost makes sense.
would
It's
come
like a little
back into
high
there
angle
and
with it.
stay and score 2 points. It just curled enough.
Normal or board?
I'm thinking board,
Board.
hack even. I'm thinking even hack. Just so we can hold it, right?
But if I nose it, it won't squirt it in. So you got a little bit on the high side.
What's that? Yeah, you want to be a little high.
A little
but
high.
I just want to try and take a bit of the curl.
like
out of it.
board.
Just board? Okay. Just board.
Just board.
Now
Hair on the high.
They're still trying for the 2 here, Linda, I think.
Board.
No, I think they're just
No?
looking at a way to get one.
Okay.
And
Just
Glenn
board, hair,
actually
high
went to
side.
play it more quietly, and Wayne was concerned. You look at Kevin's rock and all the rocks that have come into that path and how they curl. He was afraid it would over curl the spot and not get one, so they've upped the weight a little bit.
Kevin really had to bump that red one just a hair farther.
Weight's good.
Nice clean release. Should run down the center for a while. With the soft weight, it'll curl about halfway down.
Final stone here in the 4th.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
Right now, Martin sitting the 1.
Yep.
Saville,
Yeah.
Lang,
Hard.
trying to hold the line, spring it. Oh, did he move in? Did he roll far enough? He did. He sprung off and rolled in enough to grab the button for the single point.
Thanks.
We're tied at 2. And a good one. Juicebox Music for Kids is here. The music video channel featuring parent-approved videos from today's biggest stars, such as Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Willow Smith. Juicebox Music for Kids. Contact your TV service provider for details.
Pretty good. Not heavy.
Welcome back to Cranbrook. At first in, the blank surprised us, but we've seen lots of rocks in play since then and some wonderful shot making. A 2-2 tie here in the men's final of the Capital One Canada Cup of Curling. And here in 5, it will be Kevin Martin who has the last rock playing the Red Stones. Centerline guard goes up, and around comes Ben Hebert.
Good shot, Benny. Real good.
So many teams teach the 2 grippers for the rushers, and you see one of the best ever, Mark Kennedy, with the push slide, Linda. It's interesting, kind of old school.
Well, what's interesting about it is normally on a curling team, you have to have somebody with the 2 gripper system because you have 2 right-handers. There's very few left-handers in the game. So you have 2 people with sliders on the left foot. To get them on the opposite side of the rock, which is most effective, you have to be the gripper. I think Kevin probably thought that through when he hired the new team and thought about the lefty and the fact that they could use sliders because they do play a lot of up-weight shots. And they have to keep up with John Morris and Kevin Martin when they throw those big weights.
Tough to get under because it's so gradual.
It's tough to get under. Freezer up.
Same weight.
Same weight, Benny. It's the hair.
A little less.
Line's tighter.
Tighter. Hard, John. Come on. Keep it there. Keep it there.
Line's good. Hard.
Line's tighter.
Hard. A little less weight. Go, man. Line's good.
Okay.
Whoa, if you can. Whoa.
Oh, no bounce. No bounce. No bounce.
Good's good.
Whoa.
Oh, line's real good.
Never,
Freeze.
never,
No
never,
bounce.
never.
No.
Line's perfect.
It's a small bounce right now.
Ah. Well then, let it die.
Yep. Hard. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a great shot.
Sorry, Benny. Sorry. Nice shot.
It was a hair less. We had to go a bit.
Beauty. Oh, he wanted to keep it on it, though. Why?
Okay. I think Peel.
Peel.
Peel, yeah, I think.
Just it's a line shot.
Yeah, exactly. Let's try and take the line out of it.
That's what we talked about earlier on this ice, and it's a little straight like it was actually early yesterday. You can take the curl out of the equation by playing the upright. The room where you want to hit it.
Oh, that's real good.
Run it straight back. 1-2. Gets rid of the backing. Leaves the shooter out in front of the center line guard.
Just hit it and sit here.
Okay.
Board weight.
Probably because if you make the double, he's probably got the double right back.
No need to make the double.
Hit half a rock. Are we okay here?
Can you go over the top?
No. No, well, but
yes, you are.
with control, you would definitely roll up, and A's got an easy double. So just board.
Half rock's fine. 2/3. Yeah, 3/4.
Interesting call. It'd be tempting to play the double. You could play the double, hit it thin, and come back farther into the rings, take away the double. It would squirt through the opening there and go back a little bit.
Yep.
Board.
They're just going to try to roll to the side of that.
Hard. Hard, guys. Hard, Johnny. Hard, right up. Whoa. Yep.
Hard, Kev. Roll. Hard.
And he does. Just roll over on the corner.
Shot.
Well thought out shot too. That's just a
As good
beauty.
as you can make it.
I think he can make it, but
I think they all probably still go over.
That's closer.
You still got to play that, don't you?
What's that?
Can I hit half and get into that other one or no? Or 2/3?
You can get that out. I'm not sure you're going to get that out.
I got to hit an 1/8 to have that stick.
Yeah. Yeah, half goes for fun, it looks like.
I got almost flash that stick.
Yeah.
Half a rock with Peel.
Half a rock.
Half, they all go.
Okay.
Half a rock's perfect. Half's perfect.
Even if I'm thick and at least I bounce it out, right?
What they're saying, it looks like the red. If you'd half the red, it would go onto that yellow. It looks like it'll kill it, and it does have to travel about 11 feet to get through the circles from the front to the back. But watch what happens if Brent hits this in the right spot. The red one that he's hitting will start to spin. There's a good chance he'll get it out of the rings.
Well,
Any roll?
well. It should go right on top.
Just spun out of there easy. Got it a little thinner. That double was there, I think, Linda.
Not a bad result. The rocks are still clustered.
The
and
only
so
worry
Kevin
is these are
Martin,
up front of the house, eh?
Well, the freeze isn't that bad either, I guess.
I don't like that.
Well, the only worry is it's pretty easy for them to come around and bury either turn.
I like your
Like
first
basically,
call.
if we freeze in the pocket, that's a real nice center guard, right?
Yeah, I like your first call.
I think I can nose it with hack.
Nose is pretty good if you get inside a little.
Yeah, you can get to nose.
I like nose a lot.
so what I was saying is they still have the cluster in the center line area. That actually isn't bad for Glenn. If there's a little mistake made, he may have a way to get out of this.
Kevin's respecting Glenn's team, too. If he freezes in there, then there's a whole bunch of guards that can't be raised, and you might see Team Howe go right around it. Tough shot here to get to the nose. That's not easy. He has to just carve by the guard with soft weight. You do have to get that yellow rock out of the rings, too.
Morris
Real
and
hard to get
Hebert
by the
are
guard.
quickly on the brush.
Come on, guys.
Because he may have gotten this started a little bit. This center line guard is coming up pretty quickly. Coming up, go! Wow.
Great Russian. Wow, he's right. You like those guys sweeping on Wednesday night in a mixed league?
Lots of room.
What a difference they make. How many times have we said once it reaches the hog line and it starts to curl, you can't hold it? Well, somehow they did.
Wayne Madog running it back. Run it back. One and by. Now he'll leave his shooter right there. It's covering the shot stone. Center line, top 8.
Good shot. Just a spectacular chance at a 2 here set up by Mark Kennedy. That was a wonderful shot, or I should say the brushers.
Speed should be good here, boys. Yeah. Once it's in the rings, though, let's go pretty deep.
We talked about Wayne Middaugh having to recover from a brushing run while John Morris is in the same position now.
Just clean,
Find a way to gather yourself, make sure that you have the feel, especially on draw shots after brushing so hard.
Whoa there.
Back 8, back 12. Get close.
Yeah.
Yep. Back 8, 12, back 12, yep.
It's good. It's back 12.
That's good. Yep.
That's good, Marcus.
Hard. Nice weight, Johnny. Nice weight.
Morris.
Hey, good shot, Johnny. Thank you. Real good.
I don't want to freeze of that your second shot. You don't want to be. Well, then it's perfect.
Let's freeze the top one then.
What do you like? Probably run it. I don't know.
He still gets 2, right?
What do you?
I guess he's
give up 2 then?
I'm looking. He's looking at
like the run back.
I was looking at going around it.
We got 2 shots to kind of work one hit.
Problem is, if you nut it, you're not shot.
Yeah.
If you nut it, you're not shot.
No.
He's still going around it.
Yeah. Hit that. Roll in a little. If he doesn't make a good hit and
Try
roll,
roll.
we can make a good hit and
I'm
roll.
not worried about him coming around.
Roll dead buried.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Do we come around first?
Normal.
Right now?
Yeah, it's too early.
Whatever.
Normal?
Feeling it?
Definitely not too early.
Interesting conversation. Wayne's suggesting go around and try to steal. It'd be a little dangerous leaving 2 in the rings with a hammer.
Gotta go. Gotta go real hard, guys.
Hard!
You gotta go hard. You gotta go real hard. Gotta go real hard.
And hard they go, but not hard enough to hold it to lose the shooter out the back.
Now, what does Kevin do? Is he happy with a chance to get 2, or does he gamble and go around for the 3?
there for shot, eh?
I think he goes open on this one for sure.
Roll was sure. Oh yeah.
I wasn't sure it was.
I didn't mind the nose if we could sit shot.
It's just a little less.
It's a lot less. A little lighter, Kev.
Oh, they're
Hard,
working
boys.
hard on this puppy.
Definitely
Can't
looks
set up
lighter.
a double here. It has to be
Hard,
at
boys.
least T-line.
Looks good. Looks good.
Or even a
Easy.
hit and
Careful.
roll if it's high in the house. You want
Probably
it back.
keener.
Yeah, there's Keener rock.
Whoa.
They're close.
Oh, is it?
Right in the
Whoa. Make sure.
No, Kev.
Whoa, Kev. Whoa.
Nice shot, John.
Nice, Johnny.
Nice shoot.
Just perfect spot.
As long as I wasn't heavier, that was pretty good.
I got
That's good.
deep enough that a hit and roll wouldn't give you a shot, is that?
Yes,
Positive.
yes. And if it was deeper, Glenn might play the run back. If he ever stuck the run back, it would be buried in shot rock.
Might have
If
been
that
right when
red
they
one
were
that
staggered, Brad.
John just threw was deeper.
You do?
Wow.
But I think it's too late now.
It's too late.
Should have done it earlier.
Got to make the roll.
But when they were staggered,
That was a little tight on the point.
Yeah.
Just a hair, but Glenn, it didn't go a lot.
Glenn's hoping that
I think it's too
he
late to go
stays.
around.
Kevin rolls out, then Glenn might play the come around, a chance to steal.
Is this what you were looking at earlier?
Be dangerous to
Don't
draw
pull it
right
out,
now,
that's
wouldn't
the
it?
second one.
If you don't make it good, you're looking at 3.
It's not the perfect setup. That's a long guard, and even the one in the 12-foot, if you find a spot where there is some curl and you don't make it absolutely perfectly, there's still the tap-out would be there for Kevin Martin.
Whoa.
So Skip Stones
Whoa. Whoa. Off.
here in
off,
5.
off. Right off. Right off.
All by itself. He bangs it on the nose. No roll for Glenn Howard with his first.
Had to be shot rock there. Now Kevin gets a freebie where he can try to freeze. If he makes it really good, Glenn
keep your
has
head
to
up on the
peel it out of there.
T-line mark.
Certainly know this spot. John made it perfect twice. He definitely, we've had it reconfirmed that John does have a little bit slower rock with this first one. But they figured that out.
Line's all important.
You also may
we
be
can afford to
noticing
bump
how
the
many
ball on the
times
inside of the
John and the rest of the Martin
Makes it
team
fast
play
down
the
here.
out
Full
turn
speed.
for the right-hander, in turn for Mark Kennedy. So far, over 2/3 of their shots are using this path,
Amazing.
and they play them very well.
It's a little more than John's.
Is it? Whoa then.
A little more than yours. Clean for line.
Line
Line over curl.
Line only. Clean.
Oh, bouncing a foot.
Clean. No.
When you hear that, he said bouncing a foot, see how accurate they are.
Still bumping. Whoa. Line's real good.
Make
Open
sure.
a foot.
Small bump. Whoa.
Yep. Open a foot. Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard. Bump it some.
Perfect.
And there's your foot.
Isn't that amazing, eh? Would love to have froze that, but it was more important to be shot rock. If that over curls, then there's only one against Glenn. He played the come around, try to steal.
They gotta get more of a handle on it, eh?
Well, you said
gotta feel
before,
it,
you know, good front ends as they are, will see so many stones that they just know it out of their hand.
Absolutely perfect in roll for
Unbelievable.
shot
No
when I'm gonna-
stopwatch, just feel it. They know the spots. They've figured out the rocks. It's an art. It really is. And these are two of the best teams in the world, bar none.
Yeah.
Has to make it go away
Gotta go,
here.
guys.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Troll.
Don't want to jam it.
Good shot.
And there will spill out the back.
Wow.
Good shot,
Great
man.
shot.
Hit
It looked a lot easier than it was to actually roll for shot rock. It brought that jam into play. This rock bends another inch and a half. That red one stays in the rings. It rolled to a perfect spot. It forces Kevin to throw a tougher shot than a free draw.
So a chance to get 2 for Kevin Martin here in the 5th.
Obviously quiet weight with that much ice.
Heavy
Clean.
board.
Clean.
Little
Clean.
firm.
Whoa. Clean.
Clean. Yep.
Clean.
Yep. Make sure.
Clean.
Good. Good.
I love that
Whoa.
weight control.
Nice throw,
Good.
Kev.
Like that one. Make sure they do.
That's what happens when you get buried.
Martin gets another deuce. Comes in 5. They'll go to the break. Martin leads 4-2 here in Cranbrook.
The 2011 Capital One Canada Cup is brought to you by World Financial Group. Proud to be a sponsor of the Season of Champions. Your dreams, our strategies.
We're in beautiful Cranbrook, BC. Now, it was back in August of '07 after Anaheim had won the Stanley Cup. Scott and Rob Niedermeyer, who grew up here in Cranbrook with the help of the helicopter, took the Stanley Cup to the top of Mount Fisher, if you can believe it. Stanley Cup has been many places. I don't know if it's ever been to the top of a mountain before. Rob Niedermeyer, Scott Niedermeyer, their memorabilia is all around the Recplex. So Scott is now retired, of course, but Rob is still continuing his career in Lugano of the Swiss League. And just a reminder, NHL on TSN continues tomorrow with the Coyotes and the Blackhawks. You'll see it live on TSN2 and TSN Mobile TV. Chicago playing very well has won their last two. Their second of the West. Phoenix now has slipped to 9th. We are in Cranbrook here in the East Kootenays for the Capital One Canada Cup of Curling. And it is a 4-2 lead for Kevin Martin.
And the difference has been 2 deuces by Martin. The first came in the third end, and it is this terrific shot. Martin playing a race. You have to hit this rock perfectly to get the next rock, the one in the house, to go back on the yellow and get it out and score the deuce, and there it is. And we think it had to give a little rub on that yellow to get the right angle, to go by the red one at the back of the house to score that deuce. It does just that. A second deuce means that it's a big lead of 2 now for Kevin Martin. And the numbers look good for Howard when you look at it, 92%. So you're wondering, how does it happen? It is a couple of shots. Mark Kennedy with 1 for the deuce and Kevin Martin with 1 for the other deuce. That's been the difference so far.
Yeah, that 55% early is now forgotten for Kevin Martin. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Tim Hortons. It's time for Tim's. Whose name will be added to the trophy this year?
The 2011 Capital One Canada Cup is brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue. Stylish designs for any room. By M&M Meat Shops. Hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle. And by Tim Hortons. Perfect gifts for the coffee lover. It's time for Tim's.
Earlier today, they played the women's final of the Canada Cup, and Jennifer Jones, the 4-time Canadian champion, was a winner over Chelsea Carey of Morden, Manitoba. Final 9-4, and the smile says it all for Jennifer Jones as she now becomes the first qualifier by winning this Canada Cup for the Canadian Curling Trials to be played in Winnipeg December 1st through the 8th of 2013. And then, of course, the rest of the field will fill over the next couple of years to determine who wears the maple leaf, who represents Canada at the Winter Games in 2014 in Sochi. Jennifer Jones is in the booth with us as we welcome you back to Cranbrook. 4-2. It is Martin leading Howard as we begin play here in 6. And it is Glenn Howard that has the last rock playing the yellow stones. Mentioned Jennifer's here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Still smiling.
Still smiling. Yeah, we're pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, is it, as most have been saying, the fact, look, you have your spot now, takes the pressure off the rest of for the next couple of years.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because we really didn't even think about the Olympic trial spot coming in, and we just wanted to come out and have a good event. It was our last event with Joe, and just wanted to have some fun. But yeah, it is nice. It's now you can pick and choose your events, and you don't have to go all out to get some CTRS points.
And Joe is Joël Savarin, who took the place of Jill Officer in this event and did a great job.
Joelle's been superb all year. Both her and Jennifer Clark filled in for Jill, and just were super spares, and we were so fortunate to have them on our team. And you know, Jill's plan is to be back in January, and we're looking forward to that as well.
No baby news?
No baby news. I think she was fingers crossed, but I think she was pretty happy that she got to watch the curling on TV, and now she's good to go.
Hey, Marcus.
What are your plans, though? You're going to enter the... Boy, it's been a long time. Do you realize you have to go into the playdowns now?
I know. It's been a few years since we've been in the provincials, but we're looking forward to it.
But you're going to do that, right?
Yeah.
You'll do that, right?
Yeah, we'll enter the provincials. We're going to go to Switzerland in January and then play in our provincials and then see where it goes from there.
Mark Kennedy. Shot stone. Tough, I can't see. Looks like a shot stone might be Martin at the back of the button.
Yep. Fine only.
Joelle was saying she might retire at the start of this year. Is she crazy? She's playing pretty good.
She's playing great. Her actual plan was to not curl this year, and then we gave her a call at the end of last season, and she agreed to play for a few months. But I don't believe she's playing for the rest of the season, and she'll see what happens next year. But she's an amazing teammate.
She played well.
Played great.
Glenn Howard is shot stone, sandwiched now in the button area. You've won almost, well, you have. 4 Canadians, got a world. How important is it for you, this possibility of winning an Olympic medal?
You know,
the dream?
I think everybody wants to go to the Olympics. If you're an athlete, you want to compete at the Olympics. And I was able to go as a journalist in Vancouver, and it was phenomenal. But you know, we've won more than I ever dreamt possible. So everything else now to me is just kind of icing on the cake, and we just want to have some fun and enjoy curling, and then, you know, when we retire, we'll remember all the great memories and never any regrets.
Well, listen, this is another great memory to be the first to qualify, to also have it being played now at the MTS Center in Winnipeg. I said to you when we talked after your win, I said, I'm sure the box office is getting some calls right away. So you become the first draw from Winnipeg to play in the trials, to be played at the MTS Centers. Mark the dates, December 1 through 8, the Canadian Curling Trials, the Roar of the Rings in 2013. Congratulations to you and the entire team, and we'll watch for the championship trophy presentation right after this game.
Thanks so much.
Thanks very much, Jennifer. Mark Kennedy.
Good board. The spot we haven't played out here. It's out pretty wide. It has to be some fresh pebble. This should finish.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Good. Good.
You know, we saw the numbers after 5 and saw how well Glenn Howard's team is playing, and yet they have the deficit on the scoreboard. They did steal a point, but twice now Martin with Hammer has scored their deuces, and Howard has been forced the one time. It can be frustrating. We talk about Glenn Howard having to overcome the frustrations of losing finals, and this is something you also have to deal with. You're playing well, and you're feeling like you should be ahead on that scoreboard, not behind.
No kidding. What are they, 92% as a team, and they're 2 down here with only half a game to go. But it's the old story. You know, Jack Nicklaus won something like 18 majors, and I believe he came second 17 times. That's just the reality. You put yourself in that position. You get to the Brier final, the Olympic final, whatever it is. You're playing an awfully either good or awfully hot team, or in the case sometimes it's both. You're playing a great team like Stoughton that was hot last year, and it's difficult to win all those finals.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, above tee. Sit. No.
Attaboy.
Now, just a little thing, but Mark Kennedy played this out-turn hit here a little while ago.
Any chance?
Out-turn for us, in-turn for him. And Kevin swept it so it didn't roll buried, and that allows them to play the angle raise if they choose here.
Like, obvious it's possible, but boy, that's awful thin.
Okay, let's just throw control. Try to nut it.
Yep, try to nut it. I like that.
Yeah, nuts good shot, John.
Yeah.
If they make the raise takeout, there will be one lonely yellow stone on that button, surrounded.
John Morris.
Clean, yep. Clean. Yep. Hard. Real hard.
Hard. Hard. Never off.
Shot, John. Boy, yeah. 4 reds.
Good.
1 yellow.
It's over buried by 2 inches.
Shot. Good.
That's good then.
The other part of it is John and the team look like they're on a roll. They figured out the stone that maybe was a little different, and they seem to be much more comfortable now in the second half of the game, and that's not good news. Not if you're Glenn and Wayne.
We play back ring on this one.
Okay.
What's that?
Can you try to nose this one?
That's this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty hard.
Or you draw
Bring this down here over to there.
Or
Makes the most sense to
me. If you get a
me.
good line, you can tap it a bit.
Did really overburied.
Yeah, it is.
I was thinking this way was just out.
I don't. Well, Craig, you roll out an inch.
That's dead buried.
Oh, it's I don't mind this.
It's dead buried. I ain't there.
And you could roll a little bit. Okay.
That's a shot.
I was thinking, Linda, you could throw peel, hit and stay, get rid of everything on the forefoot. Now you're playing around corner guards with Hammer. You might get a chance to bury one later.
And I really thought they might make a move on that collection in the forefoot as well.
It's right up here, eh, Langer?
Yeah, it's good
One's decided on the angle freeze behind the corner guard.
It's good here?
Yep.
Waiting a little longer before they make a move in the middle.
Dwayne Madon.
Room.
We have to think that the front end are optimists. They thought about hitting the one they're about to freeze to, and it looks pretty buried to me.
Got a curl bit.
Just a little bump.
Got a curl.
Line's getting better.
It's got a good looking shot
Line's
here.
getting better.
It should curl if it's not heavy.
No.
Whoa. Wait only. Wait only.
Sit right there. Stop.
Pretty good.
Good shot. Shot, Wayne.
Thanks.
Shot, Wayne.
try to get to.
See.
You got a thick half.
Guard it. As long as I guard center line side. Because he can't do anything with this.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind that.
It's a little risky pretty early in the end.
What if we just bump it right on the nose with back 8, back 12?
Problem is that we'll never get this one out.
This one.
Let me see what I can see of that from the other end.
Yeah, the worry is leaving it here someplace.
I meant bump that one.
Well, this isn't the end of the world as if it's right here.
How are we going to get it out?
You know what I mean?
If you bump it exactly perfect.
Thanks, Ben.
Let me see what I
no
can see.
thanks,
Of this.
See what you can see, Johnny.
Thanks for coming
like
out.
to hit this on the beak.
You get close to nose with hack, I think.
I think the woo was your indication that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mark.
I'd have to be just back 12, just through.
I said close.
to have
So
a
you're
sniff.
only going to move this yellow tin to the forefoot.
It's not the end of the world, though. We bunch them a bit closer.
Okay. Okay.
Either that or I don't mind the tight guard either.
What if you peel the corner?
And hit it on this side.
Call.
What's that?
Boy, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I won't be able to get that out, Kev.
I don't think you will either. I think all you're going to do is roll into here. You might even set up an easy triple.
Okay, so they brought up peeling this one as well.
I like that call.
If we peel this, what does he do?
And they bump with hack, leaving it on an angle.
And we still can't really do much with this. Okay, let's do this.
I like that.
Okay.
They've got us kind of coming and going here.
I think we're going to throw the out turn, though.
Ken, if you like.
Interesting how that one stone that the dog just threw complicated that end, which looked terrible with all those reds and one yellow.
Yeah, it's all about offense. Get them in the right spots and know your angles. And they feel they can't get that out, so they're going to guard here. This is dangerous.
Tight guard, and then you got an easy run back if he makes a pistol.
Okay.
Nice and tight.
Yeah.
You could simply tap that red on the yellow, Linda, and free that yellow one up a bit.
Line's good.
That's what Ben wanted to do.
Oh,
And
not in.
Kevin
Easy,
took
not
that
in.
one off as well. So that was earlier in the discussion.
Line's good.
Clean.
Line's good.
Good over curl.
Clean.
Line's good.
Just
Clean,
clean.
Mark.
Oh.
Oh.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Nice shot, Johnny. Real good.
Nice weight, Johnny.
You're probably going to leave them shot.
If you go into this one,
You're probably going
this one's going out.
Yeah. But if you ever could get it thin enough.
You're into here or into
No,
just the side?
Just into the side of that. Like you're never going to come off it to there.
The problem is you hit the side of it and it goes to here. It'd be awful.
That's really hard to hit it too thin to hit it into this part of the
True
rock.
enough.
It's going to touch this. They're going to be shot back here. That one might come in for just a gimme double.
What about the shot they're playing? Hit that as thick as you can. Have that shoe cutter come into here.
I don't think it comes into there.
I don't think it goes all the way over
No,
there.
it's
does
too
it?
skinny. Comes back here. Okay.
Be nice to throw enough weight it just goes to the back.
This
four or
rock's
back
going
eight.
to kill us.
I know. You can come off that. I was looking at that earlier.
We can't do anything
No.
with it, though.
Can you
That's why
get,
if
can
you
you get
move
through
that, I
here?
don't think it's...
What about hitting it pretty thick and roll the shooter to there, and then this one comes back into here?
Sure.
We're still shot, right?
You could rip the guard onto there.
Rip the guard under there.
Yeah, that'd be
Glenn's-
good.
Glenn's going to have the draw. It's not easy. I don't
That'd
think
be
he's
good.
going to rip. Do you?
That'd be good. That would be good.
Can't.
I think let's try that. Let's rip
Yeah,
that.
I think
Let's
that's good.
Slash that into
Yep.
here.
Yep.
All right, decisions made. Now, you may be wondering why the clock
Yeah.
is running. If you
Saw that
weren't with
once.
us yesterday or today, the Canadian
the
Curling
top, though.
Association is experimenting with the thinking time or talking time. And that's why the Howard clock continues to run. Each team is given 41 minutes and then 2 90-second timeouts. So they're not penalized for throwing draws, which take longer time on a clock compared to a takeout. So it's all about the talking time. And it continues to run until that moment right there when the thrower stone reaches the tee line. So no time off the clock. Howard clears. Martin takes control, and now his clock starts for his talking time. And they'll talk about this when the CCA gets together next summer, and it could be implemented for the next season of Champions.
Well, the idea of that shot was to get rid of the guard and also remove the one in the house. They stuck it in the house. That's because that red one on the right-hand side can be used by Kevin to come off it and get at the center area if he so desires.
Can we leave him a bit of any side?
I don't really want to leave him either side,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Nice and tight, Kev.
2/3.
Kevin recognizes the danger here. He needs 2 perfect guards to get out of this. Glenn has a chance to spill those around. There'll be a chance for a multiple score.
Quite as tight as John.
Skip Stone's here in 6. Martin leads. Shot rock surrounded. Belongs to Howard on the button.
Line's good, Benny. Benny, right here.
Tight guard is all. Just tight guard. Line's good. It's over curling if anything.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Shot.
Good.
That's precise.
Does this not stay shot if we go off here?
No, if it drags. If you knows it, it just drags.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying hard. Like if we're just tapping this over here or something.
Feel that? The other thing I thought it was here, yeah. There.
What about here? Tap that a hair.
The only problem if I do that, then he comes off that and he can error and hit in the red then. Moves it back.
Right now, if he hits the red.
If he goes for that and misses, he's in trouble.
Well, he's not gonna though right now.
Well,
Why would he
feel it.
need to?
I'm just saying, okay, we got a couple shots and he's got a couple. Right?
What are our shots again?
He guards here.
He's not guarding.
No?
Oh, we draw for 2.
It could go here.
Yeah, really hard to draw for 2 if he's right here.
That's almost impossible. I like this again.
What's that?
What if he puts it here? How do we get 2 again?
Well, you got off this, easy.
Oh, okay, off that. Yeah, okay.
I think that might be it again.
On the
What
guard
do you
here?
think, Wayne?
Want to take a time?
Time.
Sure. Yeah.
Time.
Time out.
Time.
So the Howard team is going to take one of their 90-second timeouts. 2 are available.
And he either leaves him lined up or he goes for the score or board weight.
Yeah. He's only gonna lie one.
It's gonna lie, probably.
Unless he throws it. He won't throw it hard.
Yeah.
Be helpful.
Because he won't want that red to go outside
And then we
of
still
this
have
one.
the in off.
And we still, he might have the
Still
in
have the
off
in off for
two.
Okay, then peel the guard. Sounds
think
like the right
so.
call.
In here, do you want to take that thing?
Yeah, might as well.
I think
It doesn't
if you
help
can.
us.
Yeah, it's not helping us.
You got to go over the top though now, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, they're real thin. Real thin.
Well, if you
Even
stick
if you nut it there.
Well, you don't want it to roll in by that closer to that yellow.
I go over the top. Over the
All right.
top.
Skinny then.
I think so. I don't see a lot of it. Half is like nutting it, right? Like
He corner freezes. Oh no, then we just rip.
I think, Linda, they're going to peel it thin over towards this one in the 2 o'clock position in the 12 foot. They'd love to get rid of both those. They have to be careful. They hit it on the inside. It could roll in closer than that yellow freeze that Wayne had made.
Not if our guard's in the way.
Yeah, so we guard like just off an inch off the center.
The Howard team have already lined up a possible shot if Kevin replaces this guard.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And across the top. So from the discussion between Martin and Morris, the guard's going back.
What tap?
For sure, with back ring. For sure.
What's that?
This tap. Or the draw.
Ooh, that's a tough shot.
Well, he's already shot.
Exactly there.
That's the spot. Yep. That's the spot, boys. He's got, off that, he's got nothing for 2.
No?
No, he throws heat. He's got to throw heat to get rid of it. Loses yellow, uses shooter. Can't hit it on that side.
7/8 on this side.
What we're trying to guard
Peel
against is, he might have something like this.
Close
for
to 2.
You think?
Well,
Oh, no chance.
you don't think the red's going?
Well, at a million mile an hour,
Yeah.
sure. But
Okay.
No,
But-
this is,
this is pretty safe.
yeah,
So where
this
do
is
you
where we
want
want to be.
Right there?
Yeah.
And it's only for 2
He
anyway.
might have a draw, might have an in off. This covers both.
Okay.
And he's got the fadeaway
Just across
draw.
center line, eh?
Whatever.
Wow. Can't guard everything, Marcus.
Yeah,
This is
I know.
right here.
Can we just bite the
What are
center
you
line?
worried
Does that
about?
do the trick? I'm just wondering.
This is
Can we bite the
where
center
wanna be.
line?
We want to be 2 inches off the center line, maybe
Okay.
3 inches. No, yeah, right here. Right
Okay.
here. Yeah.
2 or 3 inches off center line is
And by
perfect.
putting it there, Linda, it will take away coming off the yellow.
The
to
biggest
get the
worry I've got
red
is
in the
his
top
angle
four.
raise.
That's right. That's what the Howard team had lined up if
Guard,
Kevin put his guard
not-
back where it was
for
a
three.
moment
That's
ago.
my biggest concern.
Top 12. Just the rocks are so dead.
Yeah,
Like
I
if
know
it
that,
was
right.
Brampton rocks,
I know.
we do it for fun.
Great answer there. That's what we talked about before. The striking bands of these rocks have been conditioned, and they just don't roll as far because they're sharper when they hit.
That's clean.
I think I'm a hair light.
He's saying Brampton
That's pretty
rocks are so
good.
No, maybe
smooth.
not, maybe
I've
not.
played there
Needs to
before,
curl
and the
here.
surface is
No,
straight.
No, it's fine.
You get a lot more action.
Biter.
Line's good. Needs to curl.
It's curling lots. It's
Needs to
curling
curl.
lots.
Needs to
Curling
curl,
lots.
Ben.
Whoa.
Line's good. Right here. Yep. Yep.
Sweep for a
Yep.
biter. A biter.
It's a biter.
Biter's what you want. Whoop.
Remember where they.
boy.
I mean, that is just absolutely brilliant.
It was right on top of where I drew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as good as you can throw it, I think, Kev.
Quiet wait. Yeah, I was looking at that too. Can I hit that
Where does
thing?
that go?
Yeah, right into there. That might work.
Where does the shooter go? If you
Oh
stick
boy,
it. Oh, yeah.
that's
yeah.
real close.
That is real close. You're right. You got to stick it.
Yeah, I'm not
Then
gonna throw.
stick the six.
Yeah, but not
What are
hard.
you
I don't
doing?
want.
Stick the six.
Yeah, I
on the-
like it. Right on that angle.
Right on
That's
that
close.
Angle. It's going. It's real close with that angle. That's helping us. But I think you do come through it harder. It ain't going to go anywhere.
Is that angle right on it?
I think it's
Here,
real.
thick maybe.
Well,
Maybe a hair.
the best part is it's going to be spinning, right?
Yeah.
It's going to just catch. I think
Well,
it's
he
just going
wants
to
to
catch
catch
the
the
back.
red one
I think
back
it's low,
at
if
the bottom,
anything,
right?
But if
Yeah,
it's
I think
got
if
enough
anything, I got to
it's
air
got
a
enough
little high
handle.
side.
Well,
It's got enough handle.
yes, it could go this way. You're
This side.
absolutely
Gotta hit
right.
it on this side a bit.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they don't quite know, but it's going to spin. That's one thing for sure.
I know.
Yeah, red going in there is not good.
Try it. You got to hit half a rock.
We always talk, Linda, about
Well,
risk
you
and
gotta throw
reward. You
normal.
also maybe look at the scoreboard now and say you've got a locked one. Are you satisfied with that?
Yeah, normal's
And
gonna do
Normal.
it.
Normal.
Try to get it back later.
Well, the nice thing about this, although you're running a Kevin Martin rock into yours, the angle you're doing it at should not put the shot at the button area at risk.
Come on, angles.
It's not an easy shot. I'm not saying that, but it's.
Yeah.
Wayne's thinking
the
it's a
back.
good line, and I think they're all thinking that it is not as high a risk as it maybe looks.
You know, Glenn's been playing so well. I think Wayne's factoring that in too, and it's because it's not simple, but the math is there. I think if he hits the yellow dead on, it bounces off there and gets that back red catcher and actually scores his deuce.
Final stone. Howard has one. Big brush. Saville and Lang trying to angle this back. Catch the yellow and then spin it. Angle it back. Gonna touch it. No, it'll go by.
Good try.
Gave it a try. And Howard will settle for his single.
Had to be a little bigger. That's the way to make it. That's the way to make it.
Thought it was there. Just couldn't make it. 4-3. Martin.
Almost looked like.
Well, it was a walk that a lot of teams like to make at Casino-Rama. The TSN Curling Skins game, as Kevin Martin and the team were the big winners in last year's Skins game. $57,000 is what they took home. And another TSN Curling Skins game is coming up at Casino-Rama on January the 7th. We'll have the semifinals. Martin will play Cooey. And then in the evening, Howard against Stoughton. We'll have the final for you on January the 8th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Always fun. The TSN Curling Skins game at Casino-Rama. This year, $75,000 in total prize money. Welcome back to Cranbrook. So Howard gave it a go, settles for the single, and Martin continues to lead 4-3.
Got a curl ton.
And it will be Kevin Martin that has the last rock. He has the hammer playing the red stones here in the seventh.
Lots.
You gotta risk it all sometimes. Whoa, baby.
Yep. Okay.
Well, after you look at the scoreboard and see that Kevin Martin's getting his deuces and Glenn Howard
Line up
has
the button
been
of the
forced
upturn.
to singles, that's why Howard has pulled out the double guard situation
Line
without
up right
hammer
to the
here.
button.
I guess as long as you line it up at the button, we're fine.
Okay.
That's what I want to do. Same weight, boys.
Interesting to throw the two guards. That's quite a statement. He's gambling quite a bit here, but with this much curl, Ben has to be careful here too. He comes up a little light, and Team Howard goes around everything. Now there's 4 guards.
A little bit more.
No, off. Whoa, whoa.
Line's good.
Whoa, it's got a curl.
We're there.
They'd love to line them up so they can use it later. They don't want to stagger these.
Yep.
Whoa, line only can have a little bounce still.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Hard. Yep.
And a little bounce.
Great shot.
Pretty good.
There is the out turn come around though.
Yeah, well, let's try for awesome. It'll run for a long time, eh?
Yeah, stay with this one. It'll curl.
Okay.
Speed, got to be normal, eh?
Yeah.
Close, yeah.
That's how good these guys are. They know this every rock, every spot in the ice, and that's why they're a little bit higher percentage than some other teams. This rock has some finish to it. It's a little sharper surface.
Pretty good to me.
Extra.
Trent
No,
Lang,
Line's good.
right out of his hand, thinks it may be a little hot.
Gotta wait.
Pretty
Line's
good.
gonna be good.
This is a challenge to use 2 angled rocks that are in the house as your
Line's gonna
protection,
be
as
good.
almost a guard.
Wait's good. Yeah, go.
Tough to get in behind them.
Go.
Well, we can.
It's the curl.
Yeah, go now.
Now they go Saville Madar. Trying to get it there for shot. Stone, what a beauty. Maybe not quite as deep as he had hoped. A little corner sticking out.
Sorry.
I think we leave
I
there.
can hack weight. I can hit and roll away.
Do we want to do that? That's
But
not
he has grabbed shot rock.
Hey, hold on. Do we want to do that? That's not a very good
I don't think we need to worry about this one, though, because later on in the end, we can either pick it or play this.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we got 2 options.
Try
The question is, do we just peel this one alone or the double?
What if we just peel
Double?
the center one alone? That guard's brutal.
Got a fair amount of angle here.
Whatever.
Great point. This guard,
trying to
with
double,
this
you're
caliber
just
of play
going,
and that
I'm
much
trying to
finish,
double,
this
but I'm
guards
trying
really have no
conservative.
consequence.
Conservative 20-foot double.
Well.
It's the other guard that's going to hurt Martin.
Pretty good throw. Try, Mark. Okay.
Drives it by everything.
Really?
Okay.
Really?
Give him that, I
Really?
guess.
What do you want to do?
Don't try and move those
I don't
now?
want to do that.
Okay,
Don't try
whatever
and
you want.
move that out.
What do you like?
I don't want to give him another run at that double peel.
Yeah. Like even can we get it right out?
Yep.
You can
I
get
like
it right
that.
out.
Guard's a lot
Tap
easier.
that back. So,
I think
I can kill it, don't I?
you got to kill the back one.
It's not easy.
even. What's that?
You got to kill the back one, don't you?
I can't kill it and stay on it.
You
is the
can't
problem.
stay on it. That's the only problem.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't
Want
bump
to
it
try to
back.
get that right out?
Yeah, bump it back. You're right.
Back 8.
Back ring.
Okay.
What are we doing?
We don't know.
Back here. Go
Back
on.
12?
It's a lot of conversation. At some point, you have to be really clear what the final decision is. How far you want to
Just wanna
bump
make- just
this.
wanna
They're
make sure you
playing
stay
the
here.
red combination,
wanna
trying
try
to
and
leave
get
the
that
yellow
thick. I
shooter
don't
in
think I get
place,
low.
but you have to be clear on the weight.
Supposed to hack.
Whoa, whoa,
Supposed to hack.
Just out.
whoa. Whoa.
Off.
Yep.
He's got a nice line.
Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Hard.
Goodness gracious.
Spin out.
Great shot.
They just papered that, didn't they?
Oh, I thought it was on the guard for sure.
When you're at the hack end, it looks like there's lots of room, and all of a sudden, there's not.
I said
And
you
that
can do
just got by.
I didn't think I could. I thought I was heavier, though. That's just back 12.
Perfect brushing call. He,
I think
Oh, you hit.
Wayne
I
yelled
know, I
almost
know. I
hack,
think
and it
the
fooled
speed's
him a little
coming
bit.
down.
Once
in
Glenn
the
heard
game, I
that, he
agree
was a
with
little more cautious on sweeping it. It almost cost him. Trying the double peel here. If they can make this perfect, it could go through the hole between the shot rock and the back one.
Mark Kennedy.
Hard, guys. Hard. Hard. Do with it. Jeez.
Hard in the shooter.
Little double jam.
Bad shot.
And so it is Howard sitting 1. Top 4. It's open at the moment.
Yell at me about the shooter.
We talked right at the beginning about Mark Kennedy's numbers, and surprisingly that he was ranked 5th amongst the seconds. It has not been his best week.
90 on one side and 75 with that out turn for the lefty, and that's
little tight.
very uncharacteristic.
Lots of weight.
That's
Lots
a
of weight.
great chance
Lots
to
of
steal a
weight.
point here now
Okay,
for Team
line's good.
Howard.
Weight's good. Tight.
Lots of weight.
No, weight's great. Not
Weight's good.
tight.
Curl hair.
Halfway
tight. Got a curl, actually.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
It's still sliding.
At the end.
You gotta go hard, guys. You gotta go real hard. You gotta go real hard. It's not
Hard.
curling at all. Go, 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 go,
Hard.
go, go, go. Come on, go. You gotta go, 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 go. It didn't curl at all.
Okay.
Kevin could go through the hole and hit the shot rock, but it's the guard
Right
that's
now,
going
we
to kill
can't
him.
leave those two in the middle.
Okay.
Sorry, Wayner. Off the top here. It's good.
Good, Johnny.
Boy, that's tight ice.
Same kind of thing as Mark, 2/3-ish.
He has to hit
it's
it
a little thicker
exactly
than
there
Mark's.
to make the double. If he could hit it even thinner than that, possibly get all three. Keys get those two off the top.
Ball.
Yep.
John Morris, his first.
Hard, real hard. Hard.
Kennedy
Benny,
Eater
your way.
holding
Benny.
the line, run it back. Oh,
That's
and he
good.
nearly clipped
Nice
the
shot.
shot
Better.
stone
Really good.
on the way by.
Hair thinner and
Throw, Johnny.
Bonanza.
Shot,
Okay.
John.
we guard, we doubles, we hit the back, he misses it all the way force.
Okay, what do you think? Gotta go
Got rid
tighter.
of the two dangerous rocks. Did leave the one in the house that Glenn
Same.
can now protect.
Little thinner, all three of those would have flown. Good try.
Easy. Same. Yeah, it's pretty close to the same.
Real close to the same. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Room.
Whoa,
Lot of room.
close. Gotta curl a bit.
good.
Line's good. Gotta
Little
curl a
higher.
bit.
Gotta curl.
Gotta curl a bit.
Don't do. We're not gonna tuck it.
No, it was short of it anyway.
That's fine. That's fine. That's even better. Okay.
Okay. Shot.
Thanks.
Double peel.
Keep an eye on this one. This is
I don't think it spins in. I don't.
could be dangerous if the yellow sticks on the red, but the other thing that can happen about hitting half the yellow, half onto the red, this first red goes to the second red,
Hopefully
and they might get lucky.
You just heard Kevin say, I don't think it'll spin in.
No.
But you never know with these slight mishit.
Yep, yep. Yep.
Whoa, guys. Off, clean. Off. No.
There's the
Yeah,
spin. And
Nice shot.
through the back. Gets rid of a couple.
The ability to get out of jail. So crucial.
I think we hit. And then even if he makes double and rolls out, you can go around and
You're
force.
on that one till the top of the rings.
I think you hit.
I think we got 82.
Okay, how do you do that? Intern?
Yeah, it's not easy. What else
go
do you
this
do?
way?
Whatever you want, you can guard.
Intern? I'd love to roll it.
This way.
I think I'd love to roll this way.
Well, I
Definitely
agree.
easier to roll.
I think out turn.
You think that's-
Let
Take
me
a
up.
look. Which way do you have?
kind of
one?
room I
Easier to roll
got?
that way.
Same on both sides.
In.
In?
Firm.
Think it's Normal?
Firm.
That front has been cleared gradually by Kevin Martin,
Right in
and
the
so
You like this?
the Howard
do,
team
actually.
is sort
I
of
think we have to.
changing things
Yeah,
up,
and then
and they'd
hopefully
love to
rolls
get
out
two
and
in there and force the end.
Throw the appropriate weight again. You'd love to throw soft weight here to make sure you hang around. You don't have much room to roll, but it'd be too much curl with softer weight. That makes the hole smaller, so he's going to keep the weight up.
Yeah. You gotta go.
Hard!
Gotta go.
Hard!
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Clean.
Going to find the hole, get it by the top guard first. Yes, yes, and sit there.
Good shot.
Thanks, guys.
Good shot.
A little bit.
Wasn't a big hole.
No, it was not a big hole.
I can't hold the shooter.
Yeah, you can.
Let's throw control. I can't hold the shooter with normal.
Just make it like this.
I know. With
But then we can still get a
I
blank.
throw it too hard. Like nose
Even
doesn't do it,
nose
eh?
with normal still makes it.
Oh, it doesn't. Nose doesn't do it, John. It has to hit off nose a little bit. So I'll just
Okay.
be a little less than that, okay?
Okay. Blank here is
Yeah, the main
Pretty
thing's
darn
the
good.
double. You don't want to get forced to one here and give Glenn a 2 in the 8th. Now it's all tied up again. You'd love to blank at this point in time.
They were talking about the double and the roll and worrying about how
quite
to
normal.
achieve that.
Nice
but
firm.
definitely, there's a sense of control for John and the team, and blanking is not a problem.
This might be Kevin's only chance to blank this end if he doesn't make this double.
Whoa.
Oh. No. Now.
Going to get them? No, he'll drive it across the top, and
Big mistake.
Put the broom down.
So questioning the ice call.
Oh, I just.
You had to miss it the other way, but even if you hit it dead on and jam it, your shot rock in front of Glenn, and you're going to have an easy last shot. Now your last shot's not going to be that easy, and the blank opportunity is virtually gone.
Make the double with normal. He goes around the corner. You're forced.
You make the double. The only way to make the hit.
Don't want to talk about it anymore.
Show him my side of anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
He's just going
happy.
to throw the extra draw, so don't be too concerned.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you just don't want to tap back.
I understand
just in case.
John's point. You make the double. He's still going to go around that corner guard. Isn't that forcing him to one?
I think he could have made the double stayed, Linda.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you have to worry too much about keeping a rock in the house.
Don't even make the double if that's the concern. Just hit and stay. You know, then Glenn's playing a defensive shot. He could jam. He could set up Glenn could set up a double. He could roll out. There's all kinds of ways to blank. Now I doubt if Kevin will take on this double.
Stop. That's good.
Big shot, has to make it.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Kevin has to park it now, doesn't he?
I think that's what he's trying to do with that deep breath. He's got the time to walk down the ice and prepare himself for the shot. That also helps.
So facing a couple. Needs a piece of the forefoot. Just bite the red. Final stone here in 7. Trying to shake off
It's all
his
there, though, yeah.
first missed shot.
Easy, boys.
Line's real good for the button. Line's real good for the
Line's
button.
good.
It's all there, John.
Hold in.
Line's real
Looks
good for
pretty
the
good,
button.
Kennedy saying
Right
there's
on the
plenty of
button,
weight.
guys.
And we don't have to scrub this. Just keep it clean.
Right on the button.
Go, Kev.
Nice week, Kev.
Yeah, honey. Ah, beauty. That's shaking it off, isn't it? 5-3. Be sure to watch for the M&M Meat Shop's Final End Challenge right after the game. Go to finalend.ca and enter the secret word for a chance to win a trip for 2 to see the 2013 World Junior Curling Championships in Sochi, Russia. Of course, that's where the Olympics will be in 2014. Now, the first 100 entries will have a chance to win a $50 M&M gift card, and all participants will get an M&M discount. Watch for the secret word right after the game.
Let's go in. Top 12.
We'll go to the 8th, 5-3. Kevin Martin leading. Was able to park his first miss, make the draw to pick up the single, and so now
It's
here
tight.
in the 8th,
It's tight.
it
I
is
think
Glenn
it's tight,
Howard that
Kev.
has the last rock, laying the yellow stone.
Line's pretty good.
Tight guard.
The winner, of course,
Hard,
gets
hard,
that
hard.
first
Line's a little
spot
tight, too.
in the
Hard.
curling trials of 2013 in Winnipeg. So
Hard.
that's
We're
the big
12 foot.
prize. $26,000 also
just
goes to
real
the
tight.
winner.
That's better, probably.
Real tight.
Mark.
Well, it's not in, I don't think.
I don't think they're going to hit it. 'Cause we're gonna double if we do.
That's fine.
It's right there. What is it?
It's in.
Nice shot.
Nice weight.
Okay.
We got to move those eventually at some time, so. But not yet.
So we got to go deep with this, eh?
You got to be at least T, I think.
T-line.
You see this call more and more often now. You through the corner guard, you never get to use it. It's amazing how many times, I'd love to know the stats on how many times you get to use it. It's probably 10-15%, so why not go around it now, deal with this center guards with 6 rocks to go.
It's one of my problems when I teach strategy. There is a reason for the corner. It doesn't mean you have to draw around it. If it keeps the other team occupied in other fashions, that's fine. For example, peeling it off. But often I'll see teams throw a corner and it actually has no purpose. It never gets used and the other team doesn't worry about it. So you're throwing with 7 rocks.
Easy, easy. Yep.
And the other thing, though, I've heard men's teams say in particular, they're so good at the run backs, they'll deal with that center line later.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what they're thinking here. They've got, and by going around as soon as you possibly can, you have 6 tries to deal with that front. Not if you wait till later when you only get 2 or 3 tries.
Whoa, 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 guys. Don't want to knock ours out here.
Clean, clean,
Okay.
clean.
Mark Kennedy takes care of the corner guard.
Yeah.
Still good, eh, Sal?
Yeah, Kevin had to miss the other way last end. If Kevin makes the double, and who cares if he rolls? If Glenn doesn't make a perfect hit and roll, there's a blank end. Then if you play it out a little farther, Kevin scores 1 and 8 because he blanks 7. He's 2 up. Even if he gives up 2 in the 9th, he's got control in the game in the 10th end. This way, it's a 2-1-2 situation for Team Howard. If they get 2 here, forced to 1, they have a chance with 1 mistake to win the game.
Halfway.
Easy, easy.
Yep.
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 Good.
Good. Good.
Hit.
Feel Marcus, same shot.
Yep, hard.
Whoa.
Come on.
Clean.
Clean.
Good.
No problem with those 2 out turns.
Oh, so now they're going to come in.
Yeah, they have to make a move on that rock eventually. And the bad news for Team Howard, they can't hit that top one, make the double, and roll in, I don't think. So they want to angle freeze here. If they make it good, Kevin almost has to hit the open one eventually, and then Glenn will have a chance to sit 2.
This is a tough one. You're coming around a very tight stone, almost a divider. I think it is a divider, actually, trying to get to the face of a rock, just top 4.
Line only.
Whoa,
This takes great
Bumping right
ice
now.
reading and also very precise throw.
Close. Won't no. Get it by.
No, it's lots, lots.
Great line.
Curl and stop. Curl and stop.
And down on the corner.
Yeah, not quite. That's a cutter, too.
So interesting. Maybe Brent Lang expected more out of that stone.
Yeah, the little finish. And what happens with the cutter, which means it's got a sharper surface, is it as the game goes along, you wear the pebble off, and the cutter isn't quite as reactive. There's a little bit less difference between the 2 rocks as there would be at the start of a game.
We talked about Kevin Martin having to compose himself. John Morris, too. He took a little bit of a beating last end, so he has to calm down to throw this rock.
Never.
No.
Hard on the roll. Hard. Anything.
I got to roll. That's pretty good.
Not much. Sits there.
Actually hurts Kevin a bit. Maybe I'm not sure where Glenn needs to go for this, because if you hit that yellow, it'll double jam.
Maybe a little more.
Behind, in between them. Behind the top one.
Queen doesn't waste much time.
Sometimes I think to the detriment of the shot. Sometimes I think he hurries it.
Yeah. For Glenn, better put the broom in the right spot the first time.
Whoa. Whoa.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. It just ran
You'll never learn, eh?
straight.
A little heavy. That's a little up.
Yeah.
Heads up, buddy. Yeah.
Go for a shot here. Go, Johnny. Let's make this baby.
Just like board, just board.
Big shot if you could ever roll this into the 4-foot.
It would really turn around the end. Glenn Howard really scrambling for his deuce here.
Easy board. Little less weight.
Clean.
Little less.
Clean it.
Give it a chance. Wall, Benny.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Little less.
No. Clean. No.
Ball.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
Try it. Work.
Hard count. Hard count.
Trying.
Go,
And it tried enough. Hit enough.
Just light enough.
Oh, good shot. Two less inches. Good shot. That's good enough. Oh, yeah. Can't make
Just enough. 2 less inches is disaster. 2 less, it's brutal.
I mean, that stone does that all by itself. Ben Hebert, Mark Kennedy never put a rush to it.
What?
Do I want to
meant the
on
guard.
top?
Oh.
I think so. See what he does.
Okay.
How hard?
You want to get it in and get rid of that, right?
Yeah.
Hack.
Hack. Okay.
Nice call. If you can make this, they're just going to soft weight, get rid of the red one, try to roll into the rings here. And there'll be 2 yellow in the rings late in the end.
Just hack. Gotta go. Gotta go real hard.
So just hack. But now it's all about the line.
Hard. Whoa.
That's a very straight spot.
Now roll it over. Catch the rings. Catch the rings.
Should spin.
Spin back. Not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great try.
Sorry, just more weight than they thought.
See it dancing though? Like they're just, your first one, you turned in a little bit.
Oh, I thought I in-outed it on you.
Oh, no, you definitely didn't in-out it. And then halfway down it backed up though.
So I slid narrow on you.
Sure is easier the other way, but
I don't even know if you can jam it this way. Probably just enough, eh?
Oh yeah, we can jam it.
Because of this one, I'm thinking. If you hit this thin, I think you get rid of everything almost.
Yeah, the worry of leaving this one here is he goes around it.
Just still his first one. He makes it perfect. We guard.
Do you actually think it can jam there? Nah.
It's pretty close.
You think it is?
This, I think it's probably going. Not even.
No. Oh, definitely not. That's too big of a percentage.
No,
there.
if you look at it right here,
Okay.
it's
Well, if you think
real
there's any
close.
chance, we better not do it.
I don't mind this with peel, and then just try to hit a quarter rock. Because it's definitely not jamming off this back.
No. Interesting conversation there too. If they hit it virtually dead on, it ticks the first red, gets enough of the second one. They're worried it might come back up like we talk about all the time, and it ever got really unlucky and stuck on the side of that. All the reds are gone.
Interesting that Kevin deferred to John in that situation. Maybe just giving him one back.
He owed him one.
Yeah, just, you know what? It's that was our little kiss and make up right there.
Real hard.
Oh boy.
Shot, Kev.
Little hack waiter.
Nice throw, Skipper.
Good throw, Kev. That was beauty. Right up the stick.
You're right.
Oh my God.
So taking a look at the numbers.
The numbers for Kevin, remember, started very slowly, very low. He's crept back to 79%. It's not 100 as in the semifinal, but Glenn Howard still with great numbers. And also those draws. How many times do we see big numbers like 93% for Glenn Howard on draws? He's going to need more of those, though, in these last couple of ends.
The numbers brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Good news is, as long as it doesn't make this.
Solid normal. Heavy normal.
I'm going to try and roll right to the edge of the sheet.
He's going to use that rock as a guard, believe it or not.
Whoa. Be perfect.
Oh, that's close. That is so close.
You gotta be kidding me.
Get out.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great try.
Are you kidding me?
Good try, man.
Freaking breaks are
I would say
spin in or spin out?
your rock.
Okay, I was going to go A.
Okay.
What an incredible
halfway
try,
between.
because really Kevin would have to freeze to it, which is he's going to do now anyways, but a lot less pressure now. Bad news, if this is frozen well,
You're forced.
forced to one to be...
Well, let's play the scoreboard a little bit here, as you did earlier. We're in the 8th. You suggested, Glenn obviously would have liked the 2, then you hold to 1.
T-line.
Glenn wants the blank here, I would think, if he can get out of this somehow. Is it possible?
Oh yeah, he has to go for the blank now. He gives up 1 here. It's control at 2.
Would you try to blank 9 and go to 10 down by the deuce, or you need to get the deuce?
Yeah, you could.
Wait's
You really
good,
could.
John.
Conventional wisdom, if you get forced to 1, you get to throw 2 guards and you can steal again and you're an extra end. But ideally, they get the 2 and 9 and then try for the steal.
Room.
It's gotta come down just a little bit.
Yep.
Whoa. Freeze it on there.
Oh, wow.
You gotta be kidding.
Look at that. Oh, goodness.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Went sideways at the end.
That's it, and it's too
Just
good.
turned the corner there. Took a right turn.
And you have to remember, they actually haven't even played this kind of shot yet,
bonanza.
as far as where to put the broom, what ice, what weight. You're gluing onto a rock outside the rings.
And it's the fact that if it just touches that Yellowstone, the top Yellowstone, and bounces into the open, it's blank.
It's nothing.
Unbelievable.
Incredible shot.
And it's too good. And right away, It'll be the draw for a single.
The worst part, too, for Team Howard is they made an unbelievable attempt to roll there, and it cost them a blank end. Glenn could have hit it on the nose and got the blank end. What a great curling shot.
Like this way. Yeah. It's on the button, isn't it?
For the single.
Wait, Glenn.
In 8. Kevin Martin makes a wonderful shot with his last. He'll have the hammer back. Still leading by 1. Kevin Martin with a 5-4 lead going to 9. You know, sometimes we take shots for granted. Some things look simple, but when this shot is made, it literally turns the end around.
Unbelievable. I think this is the best shot I've seen this season. Where do you put the broom? How fast is it? Glenn rolls 6 feet 1 inch instead of 6 feet. Sets up a freeze opportunity. Martin makes him pay. What a shot.
And as you said, Linda, they hadn't played out there.
No, it was a new spot, and he picked it perfectly.
Forced Glenn Howard to draw for the single. So here we go to the 9th.
Top 4. Line's pretty good.
Kevin Martin with the lead also has the last draw. He has the hammer playing the redstone.
Line's pretty good. It's going to need to curl some, but let's make sure it's
Not very often you watch Glenn Howard and see that he cannot score a deuce. Look at that scoreboard. The first point was a steal, but after that, it has been ways that Kevin Martin has found to keep the deuce off the other side of the scoreboard.
Glenn's had him in trouble, too, a lot of times, but Kevin's made a couple amazing shots. He made a nice tap freeze coming home here in the 6th to force Glenn to a single, and just did it again. What a great shot.
Bit of room.
98% for Craig. It actually has been very good numbers for the leads, and it has been later in the ends where we've seen some interesting shots that have turned things around. And we were just talking about that last stand, and it wasn't just Glenn's roll that went an inch too far. Wayne Midosrock ended up to stay there to make that guard, so to speak, instead of rolling in. So it was a funny set of circumstances that led to that last stand, and it's happened a couple of times in this game.
I like this end.
So the double guard goes up. You have to do something if you're Glenn Howard to change this up.
Looks a little light.
100% for Ben.
Pretty good though, Hart.
Gotta go.
Hart. Yep. Yep. I got you, Hart. Head down. Wait there.
That's good.
Don't look up, boys. Just keep your heads down and brush. When you're curling 100%, you can say that.
Full 8. Full 8. Make it full 8. Nope.
It's just the pride that people like Ben taking their shots. That's why he's following them down. He wants it to be perfect.
This friendship that they have, Mark Kennedy and Ebert, is
Even the other
very
way, Glenn.
special.
Tap it back, but yeah, there.
Just regular.
Remember telling us a couple of years ago, may have been at the Olympics. You know, he said when we first got together, we weren't sure, but we've become very, very good friends. And as you say, Linda, take pride in everything they do, whether it be throwing the stone and in particularly the brushing.
That's the brushing for sure.
That's what they do.
And the work in the gym to get them into that situation, too.
Yeah, you can go. Weight's good.
These top 8 or 10 men's and women's teams are very dedicated.
Whoa, got to curl a bit. Got to curl. Whoa.
Lots.
Line's perfect. Back button.
Got to get a back button. Back button.
It's there.
Back button.
You can't sweep that.
I can't sweep that.
Great shot. Pistol. Great shot.
I think so, yeah.
Peel the center one.
Unless there's that double is...
No.
Well, pretty hard not to hit it into ours.
Okay.
I like the center one.
It just looks like it's an
Just peel the center
double.
one.
Just straight peel?
Yeah, straight peel.
Interesting. How do you go for both? But the second one is going to go back into that pile, and they could get a little unlucky.
Mark Kennedy.
Glenn, you got shot, Mark.
Shot.
I got another one.
I got it.
You're leaving for me, are you? Oh, great.
This is all about timing. We talk about it many times. There are 2 red stones in the forefoot, and you
Backhand
might
shot.
think that Glenn Howard needs to deal with it,
Yeah, I
but
did, but I threw
you
wide.
can't do it too soon against a team like Kevin Martin, who can throw the big weight.
Yeah.
So it's another guard.
Brent Lang.
I think that's very heavy.
A little bit of room.
Needs to curl a little bit.
This
but
is where
mine's
the
good.
pressure is
Oh,
on
mine's
the
good.
players
Just
trying to
over.
throw these guards
Needs to
too,
curl a
because
little
they
bit.
don't want this to be very tight
Needs
to the
to curl a
rings. They
little
want to make the peels tougher,
Good.
make them double peel almost impossible. So they're trying to leave these long, and that's a nervous little guard to play.
It's curious too, because out of his hand, he thought it was going to be a little tighter.
They're tough to throw, aren't they? Just over the hog line. Mark keeps his throwing elbow right underneath his wrist, so it's straight back and straight through.
The top 8 one, top 4 intern.
I was looking at it, I was thinking of it. Not bad to get one in there.
Right
I
now,
love watching these
really
two
hard.
teams.
What's that?
Glenn Howard has the broom down. Look at the Martin team, though, all standing down that end, having a look at the house, trying to figure things out for when the next rock is thrown. You have to be careful
Real
because we're
tight.
talking about thinking time on the clock, and you can't take up too much of that thinking time.
It's over.
But they all want to line up those angles.
It's good.
Definitely curling, going over the center line.
It's over. What?
Okay.
We still just peel it, don't you?
I think so. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think if we try to double, it might hurt us.
When they just threw?
Yeah.
The alternative is what?
I like this straight peel.
Well, they could try a double peel, the one that was just thrown by Wayne onto the one where Martin's sitting, but that one could end up driving into the red pile there, and then that could really hurt them. The other option is hit the red one that's wide open. That's a wee bit dangerous too.
Yep.
So now we're getting down to the final stone coming up for Wayne Middaugh. So the last of the third rocks. Is this when you come in? Is this when you make the move?
I think so, and that's what Linda was alluding to. You can't do it too early, because if you make it, then Martin has that much more time to escape. But obviously running out of time now. If they don't do it now, Martin might guard, and then Glenn can't get in there. So Wayne will come through the hole here,
Just
try
back
to
4.
tap that back a little
Speed's good in
bit,
here.
set up a bit of a wall.
Should be.
That's straight.
Tight.
Gotta give me a hair more.
Right now, there are 2 yellow stones that are usable. The guard and the one top 12 can be moved up.
Back 4.
So there are options available once this tap is made, and Kevin will have to decide what the most dangerous rock is that he's going to deal with.
See Wayne with the no-lift
good.
delivery, but if he's throwing a high hard one, he actually lifts it. Old school.
How heavy? Weight's there.
Real good, I think.
Getting tight.
Get it by.
You're good. You're good.
Go
You're good.
then. If it's
You're
tight.
good. Whoa, whoa.
We got enough.
Weight's really good.
Whoa. Curl a bit.
Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Gotta go. Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Gotta get that thing back
hard.
4.
Go, 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 go.
Good shot. Good shot, Wayne.
Good shot, Wayne. Not a boy.
Still leaves
Nice shooting.
Martin sitting 2, but they're now back of the tee line.
Can't really make that double.
Let's throw smoke into the.
Yep, into the pile. See what happens.
I hate it when Johnny says that. He's got the ability to throw it as hard as anybody, but yeah, I have seen him miss a few in the last couple of years by overthrowing it. Like,
That's true.
there's peel, then there's stupidity. You know, you have to control these also.
We've talked about that many times. The accuracy has to be there. Glenn has a few rocks in position. You can throw smoke, but it better be on line.
Well,
We're getting rid of something.
Finn? Should have went across the top, maybe.
Go, go, squirt.
That's good.
Nice shot, John.
Look at the spin on that.
Get out of town.
And it will spin out of town.
Boy. Good.
Nice shot.
Not a boy.
Hard enough, it's gonna go out.
Go ahead. Nice shot.
Watch the spin on this yellow rock. It ticks there and almost gear effect gets it spinning harder, and that's what allowed it to go that far.
Yeah. More juice on it. We're still in a little trouble.
Makes this one right to the corner, yeah.
Well, you don't have. It's more line. Line's more important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Freeze across the face.
You get the line right there.
Freeze
Just
fine. Okay.
Still good, but it has
feet.
come down a little.
okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So the broom comes in a little bit because it's a bit straighter, and they're talking about the
Here, last
speed
lane.
having changed a bit as well.
Real good. Real
Line's
good.
good. Line's good. Clean it. Clean it.
Oh,
Clean it. Clean it.
close. Well,
Little bump.
Clean it.
We're bumping.
well,
Close. Whoa. Off.
Big bump.
Off.
Big bump.
Off.
Line looks perfect. Is it just going to come down? I'd like to get to the inside of that yellow.
Well, when they do too, look at that.
Pistol.
Look at that. Late movement. Got to the inside of the nose and then got the inside flip to sit on the lid.
Beautiful shot. Well set up end here. Just some real precise shots by Team Howard to get that in there. Look at that
You
goal.
have to trust that it's going to go. It's almost like it's picking on Lacquer Pebble.
I think that did actually a little bit. It's a little soft spot there. Interesting here. I thought Kevin would blast. Could he not, Linda, hit the top half of that top one and have the second one kind of go around the horn there?
Well, certainly would move it out of the 4-foot.
Be careful here. If he doesn't get this back one, there's a real good chance at a steal.
Playing the pick.
Real hard.
Kevin Martin with a dart. Kennedy Ebert trying to keep up. Oh.
Couldn't afford to miss him. Oh, I know. I know. I knew he was going to do that. Just. Yeah.
Okay. Not the greatest, but it'll work.
That was the reaction. I missed it, but I missed it the right way. Yeah, you know, you only had to be a couple inches wider to miss everything, and then it could be a steal of 2. Don't you think Kevin could throw that hard enough to hit part of that red and bring it across the top?
Straight freeze.
He doesn't have the opportunity now.
Good hair.
No.
Line's good.
Another one into the pile that Kevin's going to have to deal with.
A little less. Yeah.
Wait only.
real close.
Wait only. Whoa. Whoa if you can. Whoa if you can.
Wait's real close.
Whoa if you can. Needs the curl. Really needs the curl.
Wait's there.
Really needs the curl.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Really needs the curl. Nope.
When you need the curl.
Nope. Yep.
And there. I don't know. You bang it hard enough, will it go?
I think it will, Vic. It's hard to say.
Frickin' rock just doesn't go as much.
Hair high side.
Well, the problem was for Glenn, too, that the first one I really think
hair high
picked
side it does.
because it
Well,
was
it only has
coming
to
in,
roll
and
over.
that got the extra
Yes.
curl. And then where do you put the broom for the next
I
one?
agree.
Well,
Right on the nose.
what do you think, Wayner?
Right on the nose.
Right on the nose is the safest shot.
Right on the nose, guys.
But a little bit high side where the broom is will give it a little more action.
Now those stones at the back, do they present that much of a problem here?
Oh, for sure, because the one on the button is going to jam on the back one now. Can Kevin throw it hard enough to get it to move?
Well, here we go. Right now, Howard has a couple of points. Run it back. Did he stuff it? Oh, now it's a question. It looked like the red stone just moved enough to give Martin his single.
No, that thing wasn't going anywhere.
Throw a stick to her?
It's worth the measure, but from overhead, it looks like Martin has picked up his single.
Kevin hit that on the wrong side. He said it wasn't going anywhere, but he didn't hit it on the right side. He hits it that much on the other side. I believe it does go.
Yeah, we've lost 9 measures this week.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like 3 in one game.
Just crossed it enough that drags the second rock. You had to hit it either dead on or a little on the high side.
No problem.
It is a little tendency Kevin has, and that's to be inside.
Little
And that's
protection.
because he has
I can't
great
believe I backed
brushers
up
that
that
can
much.
often hold it.
I was standing over here to catch it.
Turned out he was
rolling out.
inside enough here that might save him.
Little burn. Little tick.
So it's either a 2-point lead going to 10 or a tie game. So from the Martin Stone, to the Howard Stone. And we'll watch the indication from the official.
Red by nothing.
It is one red, one for Martin by just that much. Leads by 2 going to 10. Time now for the M&M Meat Shops Final End Challenge, and the secret word is rock. Go to finalend.ca for details, and thank you, fellas, for your attention. We welcome you back to Cranbrook. And by that much, that little bit of the roll, Martin picks up his single to lead by 2 now as we go to the 10th. And it is Glenn Howard with the last rock playing the Yellowstone.
Another slight bad break for Glenn is 2 beautiful throws. The first one, I think, as Linda pointed out, smudged a little bit coming in to make it real good. And they just had to take that inch less ice on the second one. Great try, but it gave Kevin a chance. Kevin hit it on the wrong side slightly, but got away with it by rolling in. A big point there.
Needs to curl quite a lot. Needs to curl.
Weight's good.
Yeah, but needs to curl.
No.
No,
no,
that's good.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
good.
no,
It's good.
no. And this is just one more in really has been magical. The battles that they have had. Look, just at the Briar in London, those 2 great games. They split there, and then a Canada Cup final last year. That was one. But then there you see the Martin advantage that Glenn has spoken about. Martin just right now has his number, and right now he's up by 2 again, trying to put himself into those Canadian curling trials, December 1 through 8 in Winnipeg of 2013.
Go. Throw, Greg.
Now, the one thing at this time of the game we have to consider is the ice has changed a little bit, and that's going to mean come-arounds might be a little more difficult. So maybe you do have to leave the guard actually a little bit longer. It was a nice position there for Howard. It's about to go with Mark Kennedy, but that's the kind of things you're going to have to deal with in this final end as Howard looks to develop at least a deuce to tie.
Oh, not to lose ours. Good.
Both teams in pretty good shape. Glenn's the lowest with 4 minutes, but that's tons thinking time. 4 minutes and end is about average.
Weight's good.
Been around. That's wider than me.
What's that?
It's wider than me.
Yeah.
Halfway.
Line's pretty good. It's pretty high.
Get it halfway.
Easy.
Get it halfway. Line's good.
Easy, easy.
Halfway.
Easy, easy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of pressure on the front ends here. You know, as one of these guards brings 3 points into play.
Right now, the Martin Stone is on the button. That is shot rock, but Glenn has a rock second shot in behind cover.
Good throw.
Okay, buddy. Let's make a couple good ones.
Nice bounce back for Mark Kennedy. He was struggling early.
Yeah, you don't, as you said, you don't see him down the totem pole on the percentage parade very often, and you knew he was going to be tough today.
More weight.
Off, Sav. Off.
Leave it out there. Keep it out there, man.
Got to the hog line in a hurry there. He kind of had to get rid of that one, and it's just a hair heavier than they want.
Line's good. Easy. On its own. It's a little
tighter
tone.
than his last.
On its own.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Pointer. Yeah.
So Glenn wants to have a little chat with Wayne.
How do we want to play this out?
We're going to go around this thing?
Now, this is the really interesting part of
back
it.
4, not level with that. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Level with that.
Yeah.
John Morris.
Yep. Clean. Hard.
Having to play a little game of chess and think through your moves as well as theirs.
Got a nice come around situation on the left-hand side of the sheet, but they don't want to come too deep and set up a yellow double.
Time? No. I think you freeze, don't you? A little high.
You can't go here.
Winning earlier today
Freeze a little high.
over Chelsea Carey, and now with Caitlin Laws and the rest of the team waiting to receive their trophy.
Got to
And
get
the biggest prize, of course, is the
You got to get lower.
berth in the trials.
Just freezing here.
Straight freeze.
We only have 3 minutes, eh?
That's pretty good. That's actually real good too.
Straight freeze?
Straight freeze.
Okay.
Just try and keep it an inch high.
Yep. I'm trying to get the right spot here.
I think that's way too much. I'm thinking middle, yeah.
It should be enough time, and that's the one thing about playing this event with the new structure. You're not as used to knowing what target to have at this stage of the end and this stage of the game. So they're rushing a little bit. Playing the freeze.
With a stone right on the lid.
That's right.
Gotta go line.
Line's good. Pretty good. Line's good.
Still, as I said, the question mark
Line's
is the
good.
amount of curl at this
Line's
stage.
good. Line's good.
You gotta go, guys.
Right to it.
You gotta go line.
Gotta go, kid, to
You
it.
gotta keep the line.
Wait, Sarah.
Get right to it.
Wait, Sarah. Sarah.
Oh, great shot.
Attaboy. Great shot, Winner.
Go off the red one. I think we're good.
Yeah, I know. I saw
Half a rock.
This is the key shot to the game right here. John knows as this, the 3 points is in play. If John executes this perfectly, he could virtually eliminate both yellows.
Thick house.
And to take this away, that freeze had to be perfect and a little over curl, and that was the difficult part. It didn't want to curl.
He could leave both yellows in the rings this way, too. He has to be careful, can't hit it too thin.
John Morris trying to drive a red stone, angle it back, and catch both yellows if he can.
No. Whoa!
Not a thing. 1, 2, and there they go.
What a great shot.
Boy, Johnny. Shot home.
Really nice throw, Johnny.
Thought it might have been a hair thin, but she made her.
You have to think of all the things that go into that shot, understanding the angles, the ability to throw the up weight accurately that John did.
You did.
Great ice read by Kevin. What a remarkable shot.
No, it's not lots. Good.
So now for Howard, you've got a rock in the rings you've got to use. Either a freeze or a come
Yeah,
around.
weight's fine.
Usually the freeze is the one that's easier to remove.
Back 12. Just make sure it's back 12. Back 12.
Christ.
Back 12. Go!
Hard.
Gotta be back 12. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, Wayne's point is the better the separation. The only way
First one was an inch.
Wayne, you're going to get a miss out of Kevin is to keep as much separation as you can. This is missable, though.
He's not where he wanted to hit it. No. Hit it way thinner than he wanted to.
No, halfway down I was looking, I thought it might be too
he was
thin.
going to take it. So die.
So Glenn's lamenting about if Johnny hits that thinner, it actually jams across the top, and it's a draw for 3.
Going right out of his hand.
Really hard.
Ebert, Kennedy
guys, go.
trying to run this straight back.
Shooter.
And they will.
That's another one of those throws where he's a little inside, relying on the brushers to hold it, and they did just that.
Said yesterday, he openly admits he cheats a little bit on the
No way
line,
we could roll out.
realizing
Of course, they can't have another go at it.
Kennedy and Ebert are that good.
Kevin's doing it a lot better, and as you alluded to, Vic, he changed his shoes, you're telling me, and that's made a big difference, I think, because he was struggling last year's Briar for sure.
Yeah, he had slider, never was comfortable, and that comes from Jules Oucher.
Okay.
He wasn't happy with the slide, sometimes quick, sometimes slow.
Back 12.
Go.
Gotta go.
Go then.
We can. Got to curl, guys.
It'll curl. Whoa.
Coming around it again?
He is.
Yeah.
Line's pretty good.
Yeah, they're worried here that they have to sweep it, but they also want to make it curl, so they
Back
They
12.
got to wait as long as they can, then pound it as far as they can coming in
Back
here.
12. Line's perfect.
Hard.
Hanging on. Line's perfect.
Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard.
Obviously, he's drawn if he's still going.
Well, that's
Shot.
fine.
Good shot, Glenn.
Best you can do.
Change of tactics here for Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Great shot, Skipper.
He could freeze to the face of that. There's no shot. Another classic battle between these two teams.
Lock her on, boys.
It was that great freeze in 8th that forced Glenn to 1, and then at this end, John Morris with the beautiful double.
Great throw.
Thought Kevin might follow Glenn with the same turn, but he's 80% on the in-turn side, 94 on the out-turn. That might be the reason.
He just loved these. I've said this path is used 2/3 of the time.
Back,
Out-turn for the right-hander, in-turn for Mark
How's the
Kennedy.
line?
Not bad.
They want to play it.
You can hear
Not bad.
Martin say to
We can wait a
Kennedy,
second.
lock it.
Room.
Take away the chance.
Line's good.
Lock it.
Line's good. Room. A little bit
Looks
of room.
light. Looks light. Looks light.
Here they go.
Easy, easy. Let it curl. Let it curl.
Oh, I got it, John. I got it.
Take
I got
it
Go,
down,
go, go,
lock
go,
it.
go, 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 go.
Want to lock it.
Go,
Don't give him a chance. Oh, just that much
They missed
now.
that one.
Just that much. Can you make the double and hold the shooter for 2?
Sure can. Dead on. Right on the nose. Makes it.
Gotta be there.
Yeah, they were really worried about the line and the ground in the slide path, 10th end. And
Gotta get there. Even if you bounce off a little, as long as you're shot.
Kevin's right this time.
Disaster.
Yeah, that's disaster. Well, it's an extra end. That's what it is.
Just normal. Like that?
You know, the people that are beating themselves up the most are the brushers. They take such great pride. And Mark Kennedy said, I've got it, and then it just stopped.
And he can't bounce off it either. Like, they were close. Like, you know, he threw it 146 feet and came up 9 inches light. There's a shot here, dead on. Has to be perfect.
Very appreciative crowd.
Just across the center line.
As
Sweep when they say. Sweep hard when they say.
Glenn Howard got his chance, and here it is. Has to make the double. Run the stone around his rock at the back of the 12.
It's got a curl.
All on its own. It's got to come up for him. Got to come up and will not. And it'll go in as a steal of one more. Martin wins it. Make the final 7-4. Kevin Martin has picked up the first spot in the Roar of the Rings for the men, the Canadian Curling Trials in Winnipeg in 2 years' time.
Hey, Michaela.
Look after Grandma and Grandpa at home, hey? So he fills the first slot. Kevin Martin, gold medal winner in Vancouver, will have the chance to represent Canada in Sochi in 2014. And it's another disappointing loss for Glenn Howard.
The 2011 Capital One Canada Cup is brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Gold medal winner in Vancouver, going to get another chance to possibly represent the country. How special is that?
Yeah, it's a good one to get. And so I guess, yeah, we'll be in Winnipeg now. It's good.
The shot you made in 8, that using those 2 cornerstones, using everything you had available to you, was as pretty a shot. Some people look at that and go ho-hum, but man, that was something.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with the ice we were given. A lot of surfaces you can't make that shot. And we had enough finish around the corner, and yeah, Glenn didn't have a blank after that.
And you got away with maybe a mistake in the 10th. With the brushing.
Yeah, it should have been an extra end game. But we would have had the hammer, which is a good thing, but Glenn would make that 95 out of 100.
Congratulations,
awesome.
as always. Thanks very much.
Thanks, everybody.
When you talk about the game, it was really that opening deuce, and the deuces that Kevin Martin could generate, and Glenn Howard could not get them back. A beautiful freeze in 8, we heard about that, and the numbers were even, but it is a big win for Kevin Martin one more time in this great matchup.
The game story is brought to you by M&M Meat Shops, hundreds of meal ideas, one aisle.
It's our pleasure to present to you the 2011 Capital One Canada Cup of Curling Women's Champions. Let's hear it for Team Jones.
Four-time Canadian champion Jennifer Jones, Lee Donaskin, Joelle Sabarin, Caitlin Laws, and their skipper, Jennifer Jones, out of the St. Vital Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your men's winners, Team Martin.
From the Saville Sports Center in Edmonton, Ben Hebert, Mark Kennedy, John Morris, and Kevin Martin. You know, they want to, you think it never becomes old, does it? And I said earlier, you win the gold, but he still has that desire, as does Glenn. They want to be there. They want to be the best all the time.
They're both so good. You know, you're throwing Jeff Stoughton also. There's a lot of good teams in this country, but these two, especially in the last 4 or 5 years, have been dominant. And I think even when you do lose big games like that, you know you have the ability to come back. They're that good, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bernadette McIntyre, Canadian Curling Association Board Liaison, to the 2011 Capital One Canada Cup, being presented to you by St. Eugene Golf Resort and Casino.
Good afternoon, fans, curlers, sponsors, volunteers, and media. Welcome to the conclusion of the Capital One Canada Cup of Curling, presented by the St. Eugene Golf Resort and Casino. On behalf of Capital One and the Canadian Curling Association, congratulations to our champions, Team Jones and Team Martin. Jennifer and Dawn are repeat winners, winning the Canada Cup in 2007 in Kamloops. Caitlin and Joelle, congratulations on your first Canada Cup win in Cranbrook, British Columbia. Kevin, John, Mark, Ben, and Jules, congratulations on your second Capital One Canada Cup. And to Kevin, on your fourth Canada Cup win, a record for a skip. To both our champions, congratulations on your cash winnings. And maybe even the better and bigger prize, you have now earned berths in the 2013 Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings, December 1st to 8th in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And we'll see you in my home province in the 2012 Capital One Canada Cup of Curling, November 28th to December 2nd in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, and also in the 2013 World Financial Group Continental Cup, January 10th to 13th in Penticton, BC. Thank you very much to Capital One, our title sponsor, to St. Eugene Resort, Casino and Golf, the presenting sponsor, and to all the local sponsors. All your support is greatly needed and very much appreciated. Thank you to Cranbrook, your hospitality to all the curlers, for keen competition, to Colin Campbell and his wonderful team of volunteers. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for a job well done. And not to forget the wonderful media we have here, TSN and all the reporters, and to the Canadian Curling Association staff led by Warren Hansen. Great teamwork and a job well done. So again, congratulations to our champions, Team Jones and Team Martin. See you in Moose Jaw and all over the curling world this year.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon the host chair, Mr. Colin Campbell, to present Keeper Awards to the women's champions. To Team Jones.
Colin Campbell is the chairman of the organizing committee. And our thanks to him and all the 300 volunteers. They had actually more people volunteer to be part of this on relatively short notice. So congratulations to him and everyone involved. That's a wonderful story. Joelle Sabarin, of course, filling in for Jill Officer, who we understand is still awaiting the birth of her first child, she and husband Devlin. So we wish her all the very best. But for her to be able to come in and play as well as she did, it was as if this team, Linda, didn't miss a beat.
No, she played very well. And you have to look at all the teams in our country and the ones that are near the top of the standings on the Bosfield circuits who are playing well in the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in the past years. Jennifer Jones is, of course, one of the teams we expected to be there in 2 years, and she's made it.
What a great shot in the arm for the organizing committee to have Kevin Martin and Jennifer Jones already qualified.
Well, especially, you know, when you think about Jennifer Jones from the St. Vital in Winnipeg, the Roar of the Rings to be played at the MTS Center in Winnipeg. And to Kevin Martin.
And to their skip, Kevin Martin.
You bet. As proud a moment, he's going to get another chance to represent Canada, the gold medal winner from Vancouver.
McIntyre to please come forward and present the champion trophy to Team Jones.
So Jennifer Jones will have her name added to the trophy for a second time. Jones having won last in 2007.
McIntyre to then take the trophy on over to the men's champions, Team Martin.
And for Kevin Martin, his name will go on for a record 4th time. Randy Ferbey and Martin were sharing the lead at 3 apiece until this win.
If you think of how Kevin Martin won the Olympics, it's certainly a team that you have to respect come those curling trials.
Congratulations to Jennifer Jones and Kevin Martin. They are the Canada Cup winners. And more importantly, they have their berths in the 2013 Canadian Curling Trials in Winnipeg and have that chance to wear the maple leaf in Sochi, Russia.
The 2011 Capital One Canada Cup is brought to you by Ford, official automotive partner of the Canadian Curling Association. By Scotties, proud supporter of women's curling for over 30 years. And by World Financial Group, proud to be a sponsor of the Season of Champions. Your dreams, our strategies.
A reminder, the next time we join you will be the weekend of January 7 and 8. The TSN Curling Skins Games from Casino Rama. Martin and Cooey in one semifinal, Howard and Stoughton in the other in the final on January the 8th. $75,000 in total prize money. Congratulations again to Jennifer Jones and Kevin Martin. And now on behalf of Linda, Russ, our entire crew, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays. We'll speak to you in the new year here on Canada's Sports Leader, TSN.